Intros are for nerds. Let's just get into this. It's Henyoki's turn.
It's my turn! I get a turn on the swings.
So now we're doing Henyoki's crushes both from childhood and adulthood, and the tier list has changed a little bit. As you can see, I Need Him has become Carnal Desire, and there's no longer a mid tier, because apparently she doesn't have mid crushes at all.
I don't like mid, okay?
You do have garbage ones, though.
I do have garbage, yeah. I have ones that are like, this, you shouldn't like this character. This character is bad for you. So, and I'm a bisexual nightmare, so...
So do you want to say their names as I click through them this time?
Sure. Some of them I've forgotten, but you have the name up there so I can cheat a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go ahead and put my little timer on so that I don't go over a certain amount. What do we want to do? Like 3 minutes per character?
Yeah, I think 3 minutes is fair.
Because we had an issue last time with the previous tier list where we rambled a bit too much about individual characters. We rambled a little bit,
just a little.
This time we're going to limit ourselves, and I'm going to stick to 3 minutes per character. I can no longer ramble on past the 3 minute mark. Once my timer ends, I gotta move on. And if I haven't already placed them in a tier, then I have to do that. But some characters might not get to 3 minutes, so we will see. Like Akio here. Akio, okay, so like he's from Clanad. He is Nagisa's dad, and he's a character that's like, I would probably put him in the cute tier, because one, he smokes, and that's kind of a minus for me. I'm not really a huge fan of characters that smoke, but he's cute. Like he's a good guy. He's attractive. All those good merits and whatnot. But he's not a real huge contender on like the scale.
Yeah, you don't go absolutely feral for him.
Yeah, he's like, when I see him on screen, it's like but like it's pretty mild.
Right.
He is a mild sauce compared to some of the hot and spices that are coming up. So that's where I'd put him.
That's fair. I agree. I don't really have any thoughts on him.
He's cool. He's alright.
Next.
Aladdin. Okay, so he, when I was younger, was a big crush. I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. I wanted him so bad. I wanted him to whisk me away on that flying carpet. The idea of being not chaperone, what's the word? Like escorted in the air by that flying carpet by him was just like, oh my god. But like, I don't really have a lasting connection with him. Over time, it's really gotten to a point where it's like, yeah, like he's still attractive, but
how dare you?
I don't really have that like squee moment in my heart and soul whenever I look at him and think about him. He's a fad that has passed. He's a trend that has had its time.
Wow.
So he's gonna go into the moved on because
moved on.
I have moved on. Like, what? Conventionally attractive, yes, but I have moved on.
He does what?
Like, I could not see myself fangirling over him today.
Chat, I am aghast and appalled. This is one of my husbands. I have to compose myself.
That's okay.
I cannot believe he is so low on this tier right now.
Moving on.
How dare you?
Aragorn. What to say? Okay, so Aragorn has always been one of those characters that's like, in terms of Lord of the Rings specifically, he is one of my top faves. He's really attractive. I like, his character's personality is really in line. It's been a while since I've watched Lord of the Rings, so smaller details are lost. But I always had a really strong connection with his character. And I think he'd look really, really hot if he had Legolas's hairstyle.
Yeah.
But he's so grungy. And I understand why. I understand why he's so fucking grungy. Which, his grunginess is what keeps him from reaching hot tier. So he's gonna have to go in cute tier too. Because it's like, yes, he's hot, but he's smelly. Like, I cannot imagine that he smells very good, so let's put him above Akio in the cute tier. Because I'm more attracted to him than I am Akio. but my god, does he need to take a bath before I kiss him.
I can agree with that one. In the world of Lord of the Rings, I would learn to deal, because he's so hot. But by modern day hygiene standards, nah.
His attractiveness level is equal to or greater than his smelly level, but his smelly level is still pretty high.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay, so
baby girl!
This is the biggin right here. This is the fucking Mama Jama Daddy-o.
Oh, this is a Starion. Oh, put him right in Carnal Desire because, oh my god. I love him, I need him, and the fact that he's still so high up on the list despite being such a morally gray and sometimes morally black character where he's just like neutral teetering on evil, possibly just straight up evil in some circumstances and how you play. He's cool with you doing evil shit. And normally that would be like such a deal breaker for me, but like I can't even describe why I love his look. I'm such a sucker for white hair characters. He's a rogue, and that's one of my favorite classes in D&D. I know that he's manipulative. I get it. He should probably be in the garbage tier because he's really bad for me, but I don't care. My rose-colored glasses are so opaque that I can't even see the red flags. I don't even see the flags at all.
Yeah.
I would commit war crimes for this man.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one, and I can't judge with Astarion in particular anyway because I put Sephiroth in Smash when he absolutely deserved to be in garbage.
I would go to hell and back for this fucking elf.
He's so hot that the evil doesn't matter.
Exactly, and the mods that give him like long hair. Ah! Ah! Like I am barking, I am rattling the bars of my cage. I need this man. I have downloaded a guide on romancing him because I'm like, I'm not taking any chances. I'm save scumming to hell and back to make sure that I make this creature mine.
Yeah.
He will be mine.
You let him
get
bite
him off
you
the screen
every time.
I'm gonna start foaming at the mouth.
Okay.
I have 50 seconds left. We have to go. Moving on.
Okay.
Alright. Ayame Soma. Not Saotome. I'm stupid. He is from Fruits Basket. He is the older brother of, the
you
rat.
Got this. You got this.
I totally forgot his name. I'm not even gonna try. I really love Fruits Basket. It's a big part of my younger years, especially like my like young teenage to mid teenagehood. And Ayame hits the notes of like white-haired hottie, but he's also like so fruity. Like he's so fruity that I don't think he makes it to Smash tier.
Oh wow.
He's great, but I think he's gonna have to stay in hot tier. Because he's beautiful and he's attractive and I love him. But he also has his flaws as a character that are hard to overlook. The treatment of his younger brother in his younger days, even though I understand the reasoning for it, is still like, come on, man, that was a kid. I don't think he deserved your neglect at that level. And I know that he's trying to make up for it now, which is the reason why he's not in a lower tier. But it's still an unignorable part of his character that his fruity ass looks can't exactly fix. And there are some things about his behavior that's like, you a weirdo. You a little too weird for me to be all about what you got going on. But I still love you, baby. Next. Oh, Birdie. Oh, my dear Birdie. Okay. This is a character that I admittedly have not, like, interacted with a ton. I haven't watched her show in so fucking long, but I always loved her design. I always thought she was really pretty, and I just wanted to kiss her. So I'm gonna put her in cute tier, between Aragorn and Akio, because I like what she's got going on, but I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember a whole lot about her character, so a lot of what I like about her is writing on her looks and design as a character. She just hits a lot of bisexual notes for me, but I didn't watch a lot of her show. I don't have a huge connection with her as a character. because a lot of what I remember was from when I was like fucking 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And that's like, over 10 years ago at this point. So it's very fuzzy. A lot of my memories of her are very fuzzy. And frankly, the picture you have up here is not even the version of her that I remember.
Oh.
So that just goes to show like how long it's been.
Yeah.
But, I still love her. One of my OG girl crushes.
Well, I gotta say, since you brought up the version thing, I'm the one who put the tier list together. I'm the one who chose these pictures. It's pretty much the same as with mine. I just found the best looking one that shows
highest
most of their
and
features, highest quality and stuff like that. Unless there was a specific version that I needed to find for some of these.
Yeah, nah, I love her no matter what. But I will send Dracaria the version that I remember, and she can pop it up on screen for you guys. But, she's pretty cool. Moving on. Blaze the cat. Okay. This is one that, I still love her so much, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a crush anymore. So she's definitely going immediately into moved on, but above Aladdin.
Wow.
I love Blaze as a character. I love her design. And I had, the biggest crush on her when I was younger because I was like, oh my god, she's so cool. And, as a kid, the concept of a furry doesn't really come to mind. But, I still love her fire powers. I still love her as a character. And she is, she stays in my top 2 Sonic characters.
True.
Her and Silver are fighting for number 1 favorite Sonic character.
All the time.
I think she's so cool, and just, the only thing that could make Blaze better in my eyes is if her color palette leaned more to green instead of purple. Just because I like the color green better. I absolutely adore her, and as a kid, I had the biggest crush, because as a kid, admiration and crush tend to blend together.
Yeah.
But there's not much else I can say about Blaze other than she's so cool. I love her powers, and my god, we need to see more of her in the games. I am crusty with anticipation of giving Blaze some more importance. I need more Blaze in my life. And I think the Soul Emeralds are really cool. Moving on. Bloom! Okay, so Bloom is also in the moved on tier. She would be right below Blaze. Because Bloom was a thing of, my crush on her was mostly due to me wanting to be her and seeing myself in her. It was
a self-insert crush.
Exactly. I saw her and I was like, wow, that's me. Yeah, her hair is straight and not curly like mine is, but she was a main character redhead, and a lot of the time, when it came to redheaded characters, there weren't a ton of them that were a main focus that actually did anything worthwhile. A lot of them were okay, you have your side character redheaded friend who's either, meant to, or you have she's meant to be the love interest for the actual main character, or something along those lines, or, just the geeky redheaded character we make fun of, or whatever. And, being a kid and having all the ginger jokes and stuff, having a redheaded character be so important to the series was just really, really great. And I love seeing that. And it just kind of developed into a crush for her, where I was just I really like her. She's so cool. And I really like her design. And in general, I am soft on redheaded characters, both in the sense of me relating to them as a redhead and just liking the way they look. Which I know redheads are typically a pretty popular choice for crushes and stuff like that. So I can't say I'm particularly surprised that I'm on that boat too.
You're not exempt from that.
Yeah. But I also just really liked her outfits and the way that the kind of things they would put her character in. I just really liked the designs they would give her, because a lot of the other characters, I didn't really vibe with their outfits or looks or anything like that. I was like, yeah, they're okay. Bloom was just, but she was never huge, on the crush aspect. It was a lot of just self-insert. That's literally me. So I can't, and looking at her now, it's I can't see myself in that crush zone at all anymore.
You would just be besties now?
Yeah, it would just be besties. And, I think her fire powers are cool.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And I'm not gonna lie, OG design, best design. All the other designs are, as the series went, they got less and less appealing.
The art style is so iconic. I don't care how like unrealistic beauty standard it is. It's fun. It's a fun style.
Yeah. Moving on. All right, Brief. Briefers rock. The geek boy himself. Now, I would say he goes in the cute tier, all the way at the bottom. The reason I say that is because I only like this version of him.
Yeah.
I do not like him in his normal version, and like I don't care if that makes me seem like hypocritical because his typical version is like, you know, what it meant to look, you know, really geeky or whatever, and it's like, oh my god, surprising, he's actually really attractive.
If he just has his hair out of his fucking eyes.
Yeah. It was literally a thing for me where it's like, as with most characters in Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, their personality is not great.
No.
And Brief is not exactly exempt from this kind of, his personality is a little ooky.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of, you know, and comparatively, he's still way better than the bitch angels.
Obviously. But,
you know, he's still got a lot of flaws that are impossible to overlook. And so my crush on him, and now keep in mind, when I gained a crush on him, it was when I was like 16. So he was my age then.
Yeah.
Don't come for me. Plus, isn't he like 18 in the show anyway?
I don't remember.
Something like that. He's either 17 or 18. Something to that effect. But, you know, it was definitely a thing where it was like that one episode where he's in this tux and everything. I was like, oh my god!
Yeah.
But every other time, I'm like, shut up.
I mean, yeah, it really is just the one time that he looks so hot, and that's only to show Panty that he's not just this, like, weird little geeky kid she sees him as.
She definitely wouldn't have let him
no,
if she'd never
not.
seen him like this. And, I mean, it's a good thing that the entire show doesn't take their characters seriously. But it also prevents me from really forming any substantial attachments to any of the characters, because it's like, yeah, they all kind of suck.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's not any better. Like, he's still a perv, too.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
it's
true.
not like he's this, like pure, like, you know, character. Like, yeah, he's kind and everything, but he's still, like, and he still likes Panty. And I'm sorry, dude, but that's a huge minus to me if you're into Panty.
Where are your standards, man?
Yeah.
And it's not just that he lusts after her. He is fucking in love with that woman.
Head over heels,
first
despite
glance.
how horribly she treats him. But,
Yeah.
you know, that's Geek Boy. And that's why I can only like him physically.
You can't respect him.
No, I really can't. There's no way I can respect him. So, you know, get off of my screen, get out of here, moving on. Oh boy. Danny Phantom.
This is a hard hitter.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, my teen heart has been captivated by this man. I was obsessed with this guy for so long. And I was just like, specifically his Danny Phantom form was just like, the green eyes, the white hair, you know, it's just he hits all the notes. It's like I said, I can't get away from the white-haired characters. They have white hair. It's like instant +5. They got me. They got me, and he really did. Not to mention, there was a lot of what's her face? The character, his like female friend character.
Sam.
I'm blanking on names right now. Yeah, she, like, I kind of like related to her a bit in the way that she would act. Not entirely. There was a lot of ways she acted that I was like, But there was also a good bit of ways where I was like, I kind of relate to her character. And, you know, the fact that they got together in the end, spoilers, was like a really huge thing. Like, Danny Fent, and the thing is, it's crazy too, because his personality isn't great either. But, man, like, I don't know. He, like, put him in hot above, yeah. Like, I still like him, but it's a lot less so now.
Obviously.
Because of, you know, the age difference at this point. It's like, I can't really connect with him as much, like, on a crush level. Because it's like, yeah, he's perpetually teenager, and I'm an adult now, so it's kind of weird.
Can't do anything about that.
Yeah, but he was so strong of a crush that I was like, he was definitely one of my top 3 when I was like 16.
Wow.
Was
That's
like
crazy.
Yeah, no, he was a big one, and I was so giddy whenever I would watch the show because I was like, I like him so much, you know. Despite his personality being kind of suck at times.
It's crazy because he was never on my radar.
Yeah, no, I had such a big crush on him.
You would think as a human with the black hair and the blue eyes, I'd be all over it, but I just wasn't.
Honestly. Because I know that I would think that Danny Fenton would get you, Danny Phantom would get me. Oh, but I will say, Danny Phantom's adult form, then and now. If that was this form, I right to smash. Because I go monkey for that, man. Moving on. My timer went off.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put her in garbage.
Yeah, I think she deserves that.
Her personality is
Darcy from
awful.
Winx.
Yeah, Darcy from Winx. Sorry, I love her look. She's got that like bad girl thing going on where I was always kind of like, oh, curse me. But she sucks. She sucks so hard. She's so awful. I would never, if I met this woman in real life, I would hate her guts.
You wouldn't want her to
care
step
that
on
she's
you?
hot. I would want to beat her up. I would want to fight her. And it fits because like I am Bloom, so like fuck you. But like in a fictional sense, I'm like, okay, if I separate every aspect of her as a person, we do a little kissy. But I hate her. She's a villain through and through.
I think that definitely justifies garbage.
Yeah, definitely garbage. Not much else to say. But she got a cool design though.
Yeah, she do be looking cool.
Ugh. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Who
God,
is this?
This is gonna be a hard one for me.
I have no idea who this character is. Who is that?
Dean Venture from the Venture Brother. Okay.
Yeah. Specifically this version.
Specifically this version. The biggest crush on this man. For so long, I was like, oh my god, I love Dean. He's a stupid little nerd. And at one point in the series, spoilers, he gets all emo, which is like, okay, not as good as this version, but like still, you know, it's not a deal breaker.
This is the in-between of him going from his regular nerdy self to his emo self, which is the one that you wanted.
This is before he found out that he was a clone. Before he got all existential. And I really liked how he was. Okay, I didn't like how he would act with I really am just forgetting every single character's name.
Triana?
Yeah, Triana. I didn't like the way he would act around Triana. It was always really weird to me. I was like, fucking cringe. He's always been cringe. Despite how hard I crushed on this character, he's always been cringe. But I liked him despite all of that. However, there is one big glaring factor on why I am putting him in garbage tier.
Garbage!
And that is...
Oh, I know what it is.
How could he do that to Hank?
Yeah.
He slept with Hank's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that's really bad. I fucking hate cheaters. With every fiber of my being, I despise cheaters. And that right there broke my heart when he did that.
Destroyed his character in that moment.
I was shattered in a million pieces. I was like, I can't love him anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he realized that it was a fucked up thing to do. And I understand why it was important to give him a huge character flaw like that. Where it's like, oh, I don't even know why I slept with her. I don't even like her like that. You know, is like, you know, I get it, whatever, from a writer standpoint, but from a crush standpoint, I was like, I can't like him anymore. He's bad, he's rotten, he's spoiled. They ruined him.
Yeah.
And that absolutely was just like shattered, and I can't look at him the same way anymore. I can't look at Dean and have the nostalgic like, my boy crush. No. can't.
It's ruined. It's forever tainted by that image.
Forever.
And,
forever tainted.
As siblings, it's even
It's so
like
much
that.
worse.
It's even stronger because how could you do that to your brother?
To your own brother, it's like she wasn't
if
even
you
hot.
and if you were Hank, you would absolutely run away too and never want to see him again.
Totally. Like it unforgivable. Unforgivable.
Yeah, I get that. I gasped when you first said garbage, but I understand almost immediately after exactly what it was.
Yeah. Can't overlook that. Okay. Double D from Ed, and Eddie. This is one that I can almost immediately put in the moved on tier, but we're gonna put him right at the top. Because, oh my god, this... Yeah, you struggling there.
Blaze did not want to give up her spot.
This is one of the characters that I can say without a shadow of the doubt was like my number one for a long time when I was younger. Preteen, he had a grip on preteen.
Yeah.
Okay. I love Double D, and I still think he's so adorable, and I still love him as a character, and he's still definitely my favorite Ed, and Eddie character, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
But it, obviously, because he's still a kid, and I'm now grown-ass adult, I can no longer look at him and be like, oh my god, I want to kiss him, because I'm like, he's a child.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to kiss him anymore. Maybe if he still had that it factor in his like adult design, then I'd be like, okay, yeah. But if I know anything about Ed, and Eddie adult designs, he probably has not retained any of what I liked about him.
Well,
so,
there is no official design, so really you can imagine him to be as hot as you want.
Yeah, I have done, like, in my preteen, close to teen years, I had reimagined him in, like, my own way, made kind of, like, my own character version of him, because I really like the beanie, and I really like how dorky he is. Spoiler, I am a huge sucker for dorks.
Yeah,
I like
that's
dorks.
your type.
They are so
Dorks
endearing
and
to
cinnamon
me.
rolls, yeah.
Yes, yes, and he like, I didn't even care that he was, like the, actually type of nerd, okay? Like, it didn't matter. I loved him so much.
He was smart, and he was usually right.
Oh, absolutely. He had a good head on his shoulders. He was the type of character that I found myself agreeing with 99% of the time, where I was like, he's the only one that makes sense, and I think that's a lot of the reason why he's the only Ed that really had a good-ish relationship with the rest of the cul-de-sac. It's because they got it too. They were like, yeah, if it was just Double D, they'd be chill with him.
I have a problem with this child being higher up on the list than Aladdin. Gorgeous, grown Aladdin.
Okay, but I never had a really strong crush on Aladdin. It was always just like, oh, he's cute. Like, oh.
Still, you know, fuck you for that.
You can, it's okay, you can have Aladdin.
I'll fucking take him, bro. He's very high on my list.
Yeah, you know, I boop his little nose, and I ruffle his hair. My timer has gone off.
All right. We got a fucking bombshell next.
Oh, yeah. Instant smash. Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. The beautiful, the wondrous, the capable, the sexy.
Queen.
The queen. Most of her outfits, absolute banger. I love her Dr. Mrs. the Monarch outfit the most, which is why I chose this picture in particular.
Yeah.
For her.
It is the best.
Jacaria to use. Because banger, 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 not a single miss. Oh my god. I want her so bad. I love her. She's great. You know, her character too, like, yes, she is undoubtedly a villain. So I can't say I'm, like, in love with her, because she makes some questionable choices. But I can appreciate a good villain, and I can appreciate a well-written character, and she is a well-written character.
And a strong fucking boss babe.
Absolutely. Boss fucking bitch from day one. Even in her weakest moments, she is still stronger than a good bit of
her husband.
The rest of the cast. She is the absolute bread and butter. She is, like, hands down one of my favorite antagonists.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's at a
She's
certain point in the series.
She's probably my favorite character.
Oh, absolutely. She is definitely in my top 5 for favorite Venture Brothers character. She's amazing. And she's one of those characters that I didn't really see the appeal of the first 2 times I watched Venture Brothers. I was like, okay, yeah, she's cool. But But it wasn't until I watched it like 3 or 4 times that I was like, damn, this bitch is a certified baddie.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I love her.
She got the doctorate and everything.
One of the biggest reasons why I would say I'm sad that Venture Brothers has concluded, even though I feel like it concluded on a really good note, is that I don't get to see more of her.
Yeah.
Love her.
Hey.
What?
Get out of here. Why are you giving me notifications?
But she is just awesome, and I love drawing her, too. So yeah, she's just great.
And she is, in the show, she is just allowed to be the sexiest, baddest, strongest, just fucking best character on screen at any given moment.
I love that. They do not sacrifice sexiness for capability. She's allowed to be a bombshell and a strong character.
A bombshell and a badass.
Which is great. I love to see that. A character that... I don't want characters to have to sacrifice attractiveness, and I don't like seeing characters that are only attractive.
And she's cool. She's not just a piece of shit.
Absolutely, yeah. She has, like, she's all business, and I really respect that. I respect how she handles her business and how she is as villain. She could never be not a villain. She is the perfect villain, in my eyes.
Absolutely. Okay, so this one, I know this is a hard hitter.
Okay. Dr. Orpheus from the Venture Brothers. This is one that, like, it is so sudden how he's just wormed his way into the carnal desire tier below Asterion. Because, like, oh man, I don't know. Like, he just...
That's crazy. That's a crazy placement. Right after Dr. Mrs. the Monarch.
He's one of those... Like, I don't know why it's so strong with him. By all accounts, he doesn't have a ton of features that normally draw me in. Like, he's an older man, which typically... Like, I'm not a huge fan of older men. You know, I'm not a huge... I mean, he is a dork, though, so I guess there's that.
He is a DILF.
He is a DILF. He's a magic user. I really like... He's a good dad. He's a really good dad, too. And that's really endearing and sweet. But he's also, like, you know, he's modeled after Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange ain't bad. You know,
yeah.
So, it's so crazy to me, because it's like Dr. Orpheus worming his way into my carnal desire was, like, so sudden. It was, like, one of the like, last 2 times I've watched Venture Brothers, and I've watched Venture Brothers, like, 7 times now. So it was like on watch 6 or 7 where something clicked.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's something that teenage me could never understand, and it could only happen after I hit my 20s, where I was just suddenly like, you know? Damn.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to a point where, like, despite him not having the total, like, physical features that you would expect me to like, every time I see him on screen, I'm just like, ah, daddy. Like, I want him.
Yeah.
Like, whatever he's got going on, and he's divorced, so, like, it's totally cool.
Yeah, it is cool. You wouldn't have to be a homewrecker to get him.
Mm-hmm. He already fucked up with his hot wife. It's my turn.
It's your turn.
I don't even need commitment. It's cool, man. Like, whatever you want me to be, baby.
Oh, he would want commitment, though. You know he would.
Yeah,
he's that kind of guy.
He would. But, like, well, that's the thing, right? Triana is cool, and I think I could really get along with Triana in, like, all of her occult shit. I'd be, like, totally down to be like, fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome as shit. Like, I'll hang out with you and be cool and chill.
I think I can maybe point out one thing it might be. All right, I think this factors in. You could destroy this man.
Rock his fucking world.
Yeah, absolutely take him for a ride.
Although I will say,
and he would be
I don't think I could
helpless.
measure up to his wife. It would be so difficult to measure up to his
I don't think
wife.
he'd care. Honestly, the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
I think he'd be cooler than that.
I think he'd just be glad to he'd be like, you know what? I need to move on. Like, I can't be pining over her forever.
He doesn't really have love interests in the show, so we don't
Not really. I mean, there's
get to see
those
how
at one
he
point.
would.
There's those ladies of the night, but That's more of like a one night stand kind of deal.
That
where it's
doesn't
like,
really count.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah, like you can't really blame him either. Like he's an older divorced man. Like, let him have his fun. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think if he fell in love again, he'd move on from his ex.
Yeah. I think honestly that's probably what he needs at this point. Somebody to shift
Let
the
him fall
attention
in love,
to.
please.
Especially now that Triana is not even living with him. It's like, bro's lonely.
Yeah. Give him a freckle-faced Irish girl with curly red hair and blue eyes.
Moving on. Edward Elric.
A classic, right?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. He is absolutely a classic. I adore him, and even more so at the end of the series when he's a big boy. I adore him. I've always adored him. I'm gonna put him in Smash. Below Shield.
That's
because
high.
I love him.
Higher than Danny
I had,
Phantom.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, see, the thing is, he actually got to age.
Yeah, okay.
He was allowed to become
fair.
an adult. So that really does elevate him. But I really had a huge crush on him whenever I watched the original Full Metal Alchemist, and it was reignited when I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood later on.
Yeah.
He's great, and I think him and Winry make a wonderful match. And, like, whew, you know, he's capable, and I don't know, man, the prosthetics are hot too.
Yeah. And he's a shorty, so you wouldn't have to climb him.
Yeah, like, I do like, you know, him being closer to my height. Like, I can see the merits of a taller guy, but there's plenty to love about a shorty that's closer to my height, because I'm a shorty, and sometimes I don't want to have to crane my neck just to kiss my man.
Yeah.
And, you know, eventually I do with this guy, because he does, you know, spoiler, he does get that height. Because him being short was not natural. It was, you know, a result of what happened. But, you know, regardless, like, and he's got some really great morals, and even though he is a hothead, admittedly, and I'm not a big fan of the hot-headed part, he's still, like, he rocks that fit. Like, he was only a state dog for so long. I'm allowed to like him.
Yeah, I agree. Oh boy. Okay, the next one. Oh my god, you're oh my god, y'all are about to see this bitch fucking lose her mind.
Yuck! That's my fucking boy!
This motherfucker is from Taylor Tales. If you watched us play that game, you know how this bitch feels about him.
I love him so much. He brain rotted me, and that will put him straight into the bottom of carnal desire. Now, not as high as the other two, mind you, because honestly, it's gonna be really hard to get in between those two. But definitely more than Smash. I love him. I give him a million kisses. Everything about him, I love. I love all his forms. I love him as a scaly alien, and I love him as a human. I love him so much, and I love his outfit. God, look at that.
You simp for him every second he's on screen.
Exactly. He is a treat for the eyes at every given moment, and I'm just like,
actually, okay, not to feed your crush, but I actually just noticed looking at this particular picture of the shadow of his where his thigh meets his pelvis. Never seen that before.
Yeah, no, like them thighs though. And I'm not gonna lie, I have wanted to draw him for so long, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Literally, the only thing I dislike about him is how the perspective of his right arm looks.
Yeah, it's a little wonky.
It looks the perspective is not great, but you know, aside from that, he's great, and
look,
he really won
artists,
my heart.
We know how the perspective can fuck shit up sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the perspective look a little janky, and that's okay. That's okay. You can't win them all, but I love him, and I can't wait for his story to come out because oh my god,
yeah.
He's so great, and I'm really hoping that they don't change his personality too much for his story, because that's a large part of why I like him so much. And also, I'm kind of a monster fucker, so you know,
what do you mean, kind of?
Him being an alien, a lizard alien guy is like, oh,
your hear me outs are some of the craziest shit. And compared to my list, are you kidding me?
And I love his eyeliner. I love the swirl. I know it's not a part of his eyeliner, but I don't care. It looks like it, and I like that. He's great. He's great.
I think he'll keep his personality. I think he'll stay a sweetie pie.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, hold up. Move him down to Smash at the top of Smash, because I see what's next.
Oh. Well, then that's a nice segue.
Yeah. So now we have Eok again, but his human form. More specifically, you know where to put him. Yes. More specifically, his human form that is for his own story, which is more of a medieval set story, and I cannot help but put him higher than his other original form, because I love medieval stories so much. Medieval fantasy is like my favorite genre of all the genres. It is at the tippity-toppity of my list. And I mean, God, look at him. Like, give me some saxophone solo. We need a slow pan over that, but
oh, man.
God, I love it. I love him. He's amazing. There's not much more I can say about how much I love him, because he's the same character that we just saw, but just in his human form. And I'm just like,
I can't relate at all.
I rattled the bars in my cage. I need him.
Oh, boy. Our tastes are so different, because I can't.
Good.
I got nothing.
I don't want to share.
Yeah, we sure don't share. We only have a few overlapping characters of our entire list put together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next.
Okay. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I know what everyone's gonna say.
Yeah.
Why? Right?
Yeah.
Why? Especially knowing what he becomes in later seasons.
You know what? Season 1, I can understand. I'm with you. After that,
Season 1 is where I fell in love with him.
knowing where it goes. Yeah, you want to explain yourself?
So Season 1 Aaron is such a sweetheart, such a cutie pie, and is just like he's just down on his luck, and I wish him nothing but the best, and I want to give him a million smooches, because he really deserves it. However, he's going straight to garbage. Because I know what he becomes. And I know what he turns into. And put him in between Dean and Darcy. Because, like, man, does he become a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
he could have been good.
Yeah, early version Aaron is like, love him. And I still think he's attractive.
Yeah, he's a little
even
cutie.
more so with his long hair. But God, is he a piece of shit?
Okay, he is very hot with his long hair. I was simping for him a little bit after the time skip.
Like, far be it for me to like a villain, but oh my God, Aaron. Jesus Christ. And the thing is, I haven't even watched past season 1. I've been meaning to get around to it, but I really just haven't. But I know spoilers, because I'm one of those people that's like, whatever. I'm fine with spoilers. I don't
You know
care.
how hot he gets.
Yeah, I know how hot he gets, and I know how piece of shit he gets.
Then this man takes his shirt off.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's definitely a kind of a guilty pleasure crush, because it's like, man, he was so much better in the beginning, and then he just gets worse and worse. It's kind of like a Kira situation.
Yeah.
Where it's like, wow, Light, you're so pretty, but God, are you fucked in the head?
Yeah.
Moving on. Fiona! From specifically Fiona and Cake version Fiona. Here's the thing, is that original Fiona I thought was cute, but even as a teenager I was like, meh. But Fiona and Cake Fiona is like, that's my girl. And I think she's so cute. I think she's great and very capable and funny. And like, so I'm gonna put her at the top of cute, because she's not quite hitting the hot meter for me, but like would,
Yeah.
And I can relate to her struggles as a young 20-something, just trying to get by.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Because this one I understand.
Flame Princess. Okay.
Peak.
Yeah, Flame Princess. I love Flame Princess. I had a huge crush on her as a teenager. I would also put her in the cute tier, probably just above Fiona, yeah. Because, well, okay, hold up. Move Aragorn above Fiona. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. But the Flame Princess, I liked her character. She was also a case of like admiration mixed with crush, where I wanted to be her. And I thought she was so cool, and I really love her Flame Queen fit, like fucking slay. But you know, she's also a character that's like, she didn't really get to like, I never got to see her as an adult, and it makes me sad because I'm like, in the newer seasons we get to see adult Finn, but we don't get to see all of the characters grown up, and I really would have loved to see all of the characters grown up, because even though like I'm sure they would have gotten a redesign, I'm sure Flame Princess would have looked different, probably with cooler armor and everything, and I would have loved to see that, but I never did get to see that. So the only thing I really have to go off of is, you know, her like, I think what, 17-year-old design? 'Cause that's like the oldest. Ish, yeah, that's pretty much the oldest they got. I mean, that's how old Finn was at the end.
She's a mystical being, so I guess technically she's ageless. But
fucking, who knows, man? But she was considered the same age as Finn.
Yeah,
so,
teen-ish.
Yeah, teen-ish. So that kind of like dampens a lot of like the crush aspect for her, where it's like, you know, I can't really consider myself still crushing on her, because I still have that kind of lens of like, yeah, I don't really know what she's like.
This is a child.
What she even looks like. Yeah, this is a child. So like, But yeah, I always thought she was really cool, and I really liked her and Finn's romance, and I got really fucking pissed at Finn when he fucked that up, because I was like, you know.
Yeah, they were a top tier couple.
Absolutely. He fumbled that bag hard.
Oh yeah, he fumbled completely. Like, how do you fumble her, you know?
For real. Because he was stupid, and he wanted to feel the tinglies in his loins, and it's weird.
He got too horny, man.
Yeah, don't manipulate people just for your weird dreams.
Yeah.
Moving on. Gajeel from Fairy Tail. Okay. Woof. Okay. He's definitely going straight to hot. Put him just below Danny Phantom.
Okay.
Because man, this man hits so much of the like punk, like sexy man vibes that I get suckered into.
Okay, you know my type. I can agree. He's not on my list, but I can agree.
Oh yeah, he was one of those characters that as soon as I saw, and admittedly I never watched past season 1 of Fairy Tail because I watched the dub of Fairy Tail, and then whenever I got to season 2, they didn't have it. It was just a sub, and I found it too difficult to just switch, so I just kind of like put it down and was like, you know what, maybe I'll pick this up at a different point. But I've also heard that Fairy Tail kind of gets worse the longer it goes, so I never really felt that need to continue it. But the reason I would continue it is that Gajeel and Levi, or however you say it, the blue-haired girl with the bob, they become a couple later, and like I love that. I love that so much because they were the ones I wanted to get together since day one. I saw him day one and I was like, oh God, he just like, I'm not normally into bad boys, but man, do I want
Gajeel's the one. Gajeel's the one bad boy in like a sea of fucking cinnamon rolls and soy boys and bad women.
I'm so glad he wasn't like a perma villain. Like, I love that he got redeemed because I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love him so much. I'm like, Steel Dragon right to.
You're definitely into bad women more than bad men.
Yeah, I like cinnamon roll guys. It's just, you know. But, you know, Gajeel is also really sweet in his own right. He's got, like, a good mix of, like, bad boy, but also sweet and, like, tender-hearted and easy to fluster, and I really like that. I love being able to tease them.
Yeah.
That's, like, a big plus for me. It's like, if I can get them all flustered, I'm like, you know? Like, just like, I wanna fuck with you, you know? I wanna see it working. But yeah, no, he's always like had a grip on me, but I can't say that I've ever had a strong enough, like, yeah, I want him carnally, but I can't put him in Smash because I've never had a like huge connection to him as a character.
Yeah.
Like, it's always just been a like,
I guess that's fair, although how good would he look right here?
He would look great in the Smash column, but it wouldn't be right. It would be intrinsically incorrect. So, you know, moving on. Oh, Ginkgo. Oh, Ginkgo. Smash. Absolutely. No hesitation.
I know nothing about this one.
Put him between Sheila and Edward. Because, oh man. Okay, this guy is the main character of an anime called Mushishi. And Mushishi is an anime very near and dear to my heart. I love it, and oh my god. Did this man have me simping from front to back, start to end? Oh my god. Like, it's the white hair. It's the white hair, and the one eye is covered.
Always the white hair.
I'm even overlooking the fact that he smokes, and normally that's like a that's like an ick for me. I don't like smokers, but damn, does he look good? Damn, does he look good? And he's so knowledgeable, and he's so calm and cool all the time, and I'm just like, oh, God, I want him to fucking info dump about Mushishi, like Mushi to me. I need to just sit in a room with him and hear him prattle on about whatever the fuck. I'm probably not even listening. I'm just staring him up and down. He is my prey.
What's his voice like?
It's hot. His backstory's sad though.
Well, that's part of why you like him.
Yeah.
I know that shit endears you.
Oh, definitely. But we have to say goodbye because my timer just went off. Okay. Fucking. What's his gory brief? Okay.
I guess.
Look, to be fair, this guy is from Slayers, and he is like the secondary main character to Lena Inverse. I think he's really cute, so we can put him under Fiona. Yeah, let's put him under Fiona. Under Fiona.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. So, okay, he's an idiot, which is endearing, and he's cute, but it really doesn't go past that. I just, like, I'm like, oh, he's attractive, you know, and I like, I don't dislike his character in the show, but that's really as far as it went.
Yeah, that's...
It's like, yeah, he's cute, fair. And I would geese him.
He's kissable.
He is kissable.
That's all he really needs to be.
Yes.
Alright, next?
Yes. Gwen from Total Drama Island. She is definitely one that I would put, yeah, probably in the moved on tier. Let's actually put her between Double D and Blaze. Because she was a character that was like, my crush on her was a lot more active, obviously, when I was a teenager. And once I stopped watching the show, I kind of stopped caring.
Yeah.
like it died pretty quickly. So I was like, I like her look, I liked her attitude. She was definitely like one of my favorite characters, and I never really watched Total Drama Island past a certain point, so there was a lot of newer characters that I just never really gave a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
But Gwen was definitely like my ride or die from day one. I was like, I love Gwen so much. She was great. And I still really like her character design and stuff, but I can't look at her anymore and think like, oh, you know, I'm attracted to this character. So I'm like even if it weren't for the fact that she's literally a teenager, you know, it's also just like, you know,
yeah.
You know.
I can't help but notice how low the women are on this list so far.
It's, okay, the white hair really does some strong things to characters, and a lot of them are male.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, like I'm a bisexual nightmare, but there's a lot of male characters that worm their ways into my heart more than the female characters. I blame that partially on writing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows and stuff that just the female characters don't really get as good or in-depth writing as the males.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nick. Okay. Helia? Is that what that says? Yeah, Helia. I never bothered to remember his name when I watched the show. I just thought he was fucking smoking hot. I was like, oh my god, that motherfucker is my type.
Yeah.
He's so cute. So cute. I would definitely put him in the bottom of hot. No, not in the bottom. Under Gajil. Because he was another one that's like, he's a teenager, obviously, so it's like there's that disconnect now. But back in the day, he was definitely one of the ones where I was like, oh, can Bloom just get with him, though? I mean, I didn't dislike who Bloom does get with, but this guy just takes the cake.
The hair.
Oh, yeah. The long hair is like so nice. So wonderful. He's definitely a case, though, of like, his looks are kind of all.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of it.
His
I
personality
don't really
is
have
fine.
any emotional attachment to him as a character. He doesn't really have much characterization in general. He kind of just serves to be a love interest for one of the side character, like, girl casts. I think, what, Tecna? Is he
Flora.
Flora. Okay, yeah. That's true. Tecna has the fucking nerd guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he really just serves to be the boyfriend for Flora, so they don't really give him a lot of characterization beyond that. A lot of the male characters are kind of stagnant in that sense.
Which is like, finally, a show where the girls get to shine.
yeah, honestly.
But you know, the guys who get attention are like, usually like Sky and Riven.
Yeah. But, like, honestly, I would never really say what I felt for this character was enough even to be considered a crush. So it's, like, definitely looking back on him now, I'm like, very nice character design. If he was an adult, I'd still find him hot, but he's not. So, oh, we're about to hit a doozy.
Oh boy.
Okay. Right to the top, boy.
Wait, top?
From How to Train Your Dragon. I would say, yeah, honestly.
What? Number 1?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's my husband right there.
Astarion?
That's my fucking husband right there. Okay,
Oh
you
my
have no
God.
idea. You have no idea.
That's
Dude,
genuinely shocking.
Okay, look. I grew up with this man. Genuinely, we grew up together. Okay.
That is true. He grows up at about the rate of a teen.
Yeah, absolutely. The first movie, I loved him. I was around his age then, and I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. He's such a dork. I need him. And then the second movie, I was like, oh my god, he got hotter. And then the third movie, I was like, oh my god. And there just wasn't all bangers. Wow. Like, the amount of, and he's a dragon, right? Oh.
That's crazy.
Like, God. Like, the black scale outfit that he gets is, him with the beard, and he kind of looks like my boyfriend, okay? Like, my current beau, he kind of looks like him, and that really
see it.
pushes him up to the top. Like, he has been a long time crush. I have, for years, loved Hiccup so much, and I have never lost my crush for him, and he is, fuck, man, like, Hiccup, my beloved.
That's so shocking, man. I'm probably about as shocked as you were when I told you that 2D made me attracted to Cockney accents. I did not expect that at all.
I wouldn't say that Hiccup made me attracted to that kind of appearance, but I do think that
I think
it definitely helps in Eric's case.
I think it speaks a lot that your boyfriend looks a little bit like him.
Yeah. Literally just put some glasses and some facial hair on him. Boom. There you go. That's him. Well, I mean, not anymore, because now Eric kind of looks like Moist Critical, which is still hot. Long hair is still hot. But, you know, Hiccup was like, I'm sorry, but like I can't not put Hiccup at pretty much the very top, because like I love Astarion, I really do. But Astarion is more recent.
That's
Hiccup
crazy.
has been here for years. He has been occupying this spot in my brain. I have rewatched the How to Train Your... I could easily say that How to Train Your Dragon trilogy is absolutely, like, my top animated movies. I fucking love that trilogy so much, and I love Hiccup so much. And my timer just went off, so I'm forced to move on.
That's fucking crazy, man. I had
him.
no idea the strength of this man when I put him on the list.
Yeah, he has a grip on my heart, and he has never let go.
All right, respect.
Howl. Holo, not Howl. What the fuck is wrong with me? Holo.
Howl's coming up.
Yeah, he's there. He's chilling. I see him. But yeah, no, Holo from Spice and Wolf. This one is definitely more of a childhood crush, so I'm gonna put her in the moved on tier, right above Aladdin.
Wow.
Because she was never a really strong crush. She was just like a cute, like attractive character. Like, I like her voice. But she was definitely one where it's like, it was a very short-lived crush, and it was never a super strong crush. So, like, it didn't take much for me to move on from her. She was a phase. Holo was, you know, temporary.
Right. Okay.
Next. Okay. Howl Pendragon from Howl's Moving Castle.
Now, you said that there was no specific version of him.
Yeah, no. So, like, Howl is one of those characters where pretty much all of his forms are hot to me, which is why I can solidly put him in the hot tier just above Gajeel. Because, like, God, he's so attractive. Some of his personality is a little, like, okay, dude, you're giving me the vibes of a French dandy right now. But, he's definitely a character that, like, watching Howl's Moving Castle, I was like, oh my god.
He is gorgeous.
He's a gorgeous, gorgeous man. And, what can I say? I really like his bird form, too.
Yeah, bird form is peak, yeah.
Bird form fucks.
Bird form fucks. I'd fuck bird form.
Yeah, Smash, definitely. But, you know, not in the Smash column, just, you know, hot.
Yeah.
But, you know, I love Hal. He's so pretty. He's such a beautiful man. Kiss, 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 kiss.
The earrings.
Mm-hmm. Respect a man that wears jewelry. Next. Huntress Wizard from Adventure Time. Now, she was always one of those characters that was like, I undoubtedly love her look, but there is a gray area regarding her and Finn's relationship.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how, like, Finn, when they have their little thing, is like, what, 15, 16? But Huntress Wizard is way older. Like, way older. I think it's one of those things that's like, it makes me feel a little bit weird about her character, because I'm like, how big is the age gap between those two? That,
you know,
because, like, she's undoubtedly considered an adult, even when she's, like, romancing Finn, but at the same time, it's, like, a weird juxtaposition with her, where it's like, is she, you know?
I have seen other people point that out as well, and make the connection of, like, they call her a predator, and of course they mean it in the sense of, like, a wolf, but also with that, like, that age question in the back of the mind, you know? It does connect the dot.
It does give a new meaning to that whole predator thing, and it's like, it's weird too, because it's like, her relationship with Finn was very much depicted as, like, the healthiest one of all the ones he's had, where it's like, no, Huntress Wizard is genuinely good for him. But I have to wonder, is it a case of, like, she's just ageless or something? Because she has clearly been around for longer than Finn. And people unanimously agree that Huntress Wizard is considered an adult. Like, she's not the same as, you know, a Flame Princess, where it's, like, you know, ambiguous, like, definitely teen level. And it's not really something I thought about very hard whenever I initially, like, developed a crush on her. And I still like her. I still really love her character design. That's the one thing about her that's kind of, like, weird to me. So I would put her in cute. At the tippity top.
Oh, very top. Now, I assume we're getting into a squee with this next one.
Oh, God. Put him in Smash.
Whoa!
He's one of those characters where it's like, okay, put him at the bottom of Smash. Because he's one of those characters where it's like, the only tiers that I could put him in are either Smash or garbage. Because he is so selfish. He is such a selfish prick. But man, is he... Fiona had the right idea to simp over this man, because he's so hot. He's so charming. Like, Ice Prince. God. I'm willing to overlook the bit of evil.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I get it. But also, how could you do that to Bubblegum? She didn't deserve that. You kind of suck, dude. Come on. And, I mean, he's got the white hair, and it's long, and I'm like, you know, fuck, man. But yeah, that's all I can really say about Ice Prince. He's so hot.
Yeah, he is pretty much the Sephiroth of your list. He should be in garbage, but man, you're just so attracted to him.
Man, are those glasses rosy tinted. Alright, Icy. She's also from Winx Club.
Yeah,
she's
you want to
also
defend this one?
an evil bitch. No. Put her in garbage. That's where she belongs. Put her above Darcy.
Because white hair?
Because, yeah, the white hair is, like, so... I love her design. I love the white hair. Like, she's got it going on. But my god, is she an evil, heartless bitch. And of course, she's still a teenager crush. And, you know, past that point, it's like, you know, I don't think about this bitch anymore. But when she was on the show, she made me feel feelings.
Yeah.
Feelings that I knew are bad. Because she's bad.
The guilt.
the very much a guilty pleasure character. She's fucking awful.
That's all you got for this bitch?
That's all I got. Get out.
Oh, because you're gonna have a lot for this next one.
Yeah.
And I got you a high definition image too.
Okay. All right. Inuyasha from Inuyasha.
Name so nice you say it
man.
twice.
That is, carnal desire. Put him below Orpheus. But he's definitely up in the carnal
below
desire.
Orpheus. That's
and he's
crazy to me.
The history I have with him usurps Eok. I'm sorry, Eok. But man, this
I would have guessed right here. That's what I would have guessed.
No, I don't know. Orpheus, for some reason, the crush I have on Orpheus just hit really like a fucking train.
That's crazy. That's
Inuyasha's personality lost me over the years.
That's crazy because Inuyasha is like one of the first. He's got to be one of the first because we were so young when we first saw Inuyasha.
Oh, absolutely. I had a crush on him when I was way too young for it to be considered healthy to have a crush on him. But like, God, he has had such a grip on my little boy heart for so long. And over the years, admittedly, there's less of an active love for him, especially in terms of his personality. He's kind of a butthead.
Yeah.
Which makes him less endearing in that sense, but he is the originator of the white hair.
Yeah. He's the origin.
He is absolutely the origin of me just being in love with white-haired characters. He started it, but like he got issues.
Yeah, he got issues.
Maybe if he didn't have so many issues,
dude, then he would have been higher on his love so much.
Yeah.
He's such a tsundere.
Oh, definitely. But who doesn't love a little tsundere here and there?
Not me. No.
Inuyasha is an OG. So it would be a disservice to place him anywhere lower than Carnal Desire.
Yeah, that's fair. Just dating him would be an issue. Trying to date him would be a struggle.
He's such a hothead. And then every 5 seconds it's, oh, Kikyo, shut up, she's dead, bro. God, I see what's next. Invader Zim! This is not one I'm proud of. Okay? Alright. But,
yeah?
Nope, higher.
Oh.
Nope, higher.
Whoa! Oh my god, what?
Okay. No. In the hot, put him...
He's in the green tier.
Put him next to Danny. Put him below Danny.
Whoa, that's way high.
Yeah.
That's so high up.
Okay. Alright, look. I made fan fiction of this guy. Okay. I made a whole OC to ship with him.
Yeah.
Because just for some reason, this stupid, dickhead, arrogant ass, piece of shit alien, who, mind you, is an adult.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He is.
He's a short fucker, but he is not a child. That is a very important distinction to make. He is still considered an adult, even by Irken standards.
He's just very stupid.
Just very stupid. He's so stupid. I can't really explain why.
I don't know. He defies logic.
It really does. He just, for some reason, wormed his way into my heart, and I had such a strong and prolific crush on him. It's the same shit like with Danny Phantom, where it's like, I still look at him and I'm still like, I still like you. It's still the same with Danny, where it's like, I still like you. I can't say that I don't like at least like your character design, like in a crush sort of way, but like, fuck, man, like I don't know. He's definitely one of the ones where I'm like, I'm a little ashamed to admit it.
Yeah.
That, like, he was such a big crush, despite everything about his character being like bad. Like, he should be in garbage. He really should be. He sucks. He's awful.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know. Look at that fucking thing. I don't know.
Look at him compared to the other ones around him.
yeah, no, it really makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. I don't know. Like, I can't put him anywhere else, but like, I can't rightfully explain it either.
Above Gajeel. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Above Howl.
Okay, look. Above Gajeel and Howl is not necessarily because I find him more attractive than them, but because of how much of a grip he had on. Like a lot of these ones, like for instance, Flame Princess I don't find more attractive than Aragorn.
Right.
But she's higher up than him because she had more prevalence as a crush. So that is a big reason for
I understand that one though. Sim,
like I said, it's hard to explain, and I ran out of time to do so.
Okay.
And I don't want to, so we're moving on.
Saved by the bell. Alright.
Izzy from Total Drama Island.
This is definitely another self-insert one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You were 100% on the money. She is batshit insane. But she look like me, kinda.
She looks very much like you.
I love that she wears green. I love her design. She's an interesting character, to say the least.
The fit do go hard.
Yes, God. Yeah. So I had, kind of a crush on her for a while. But I would put her at the bottom of Moved On, below Aladdin.
Damn.
Because I'm like, she's
no
so
respect
nutty.
on Izzy's name.
She's so nutty, but she's cool, right? Like, she's cool. She's another character where it's like she blurs the line of crush and admiration, and I would say that it's a lot more admiration than crush. It's a lot more just like, she's interesting.
Uh-huh.
But that's kind of where it ends.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Izzy. There's really not much to say about you.
How do you feel about her hooking up with Owen?
Neutral. I mean, Owen's a good guy, for sure, and I think they fit well together. He's not really my type, personally, but I didn't really give a shit who she ended up with.
He can endure her crazy, and that's enough.
Yeah. I'm like, Owen's had his moments where I'm like, he's got his moments where he's endearing. He's just
so disgusting. He acts so nasty.
Yeah, he's fucking nasty. It's like, ugh. But, I never really cared who she ended up with, frankly, because it was a lot more of just like, her design spoke so well to me, because I was like, I see myself in her.
Okay, respect.
Jasmine from Aladdin. Jasmine would also be in Moved On under Aladdin.
Damn!
Because she was, especially in her red outfit, I was always like, she's so pretty.
Yeah, so why the disrespect?
Okay, look. The reason is because, yes, I always thought she was pretty, like, very pretty, and I think, I always thought her and Aladdin looked really good together, and I loved the red outfit so much. But she was also one of those characters where I never really thought about her outside of just watching the movie and thinking she was pretty. So it was really just a very surface level crush of like, she's pretty. I'm not a huge fan of her personality, but once the movie is off, that's where me thinking about her as a character ends. Like, Aladdin, I would think about outside of the movie, but for her, not really.
Damn.
So she has to chill out with her homeboy. They can kiss in the Moved On too. I'm sure she doesn't mind that. Moving on.
This is another happy
Jim
one,
Hawkins.
I know.
Yeah, from Treasure Planet. So cute. Oh my goodness. So cute. Look at him.
Yeah.
And I had the biggest crush on him when I watched the movie. He's also one of the other ones that's like, outside of the movie, I never really thought about him too much, so I'm gonna put him at the very bottom of hot, because I definitely was like, oh my god, he's hot. Like,
Yeah.
love him. But he didn't reserve a slot in my brain beyond being a hottie and a cutie patootie. So
He can do both.
yeah. He's a hot cutie, but he's not like chilling in a cubicle like fucking Zim is.
Yeah.
Moving on. Jude from 16. Obviously this is another one that goes without saying. He was a huge crush when I was a teenager. Now that I'm an adult, the appeal does not linger. However, I would put him in cute, I would say between Aragorn and Fiona. Because when I was a teen, watching 16, I loved him.
Yeah.
I had such a huge crush on him. It's the fucking beanie, okay? I don't know. It's the fucking, the beanie, the earring, the hair, his chilled out skater boy attitude,
Yeah.
and even down to his style and what they put him in wearing. I liked all of it. There was very little about Jude that I disliked. Honestly, the most that I disliked about him was just that he's really irresponsible.
Yeah,
He's not a responsible guy.
He definitely rocks that 2000s skater alternative boy style of wearing a short sleeve shirt over a long sleeve shirt.
Jude was one of those characters that I would be like, just as a little teen, just being like, like thinking about, oh man, if I knew this dude in real life, I would have such a crush on him.
Yeah.
God, like dorks and skater boys have a grip, an iron grip on teenage me especially. Like, whew. But he's stupid.
He's very stupid.
Dumbass.
His unintelligence and his just like he's pretty gross sometimes too. Is what kept me from really He's cute,
he definitely had that thing with the group of boys where it's like, boys will be boys. Look at them being boys. Yeah. Which I was like,
of the three, he was definitely the gross one.
Yeah, definitely. See, I liked Wyatt too.
I like Wyatt.
But Wyatt was so stuck up.
So high strung.
Yeah, bro and I know that was the shtick with his character. He had to pull up his ass, but like Jude was chill.
Yeah.
But that's all the time we have for him.
Yeah, okay.
My thing just went off. So, later, Jude. Oh man, June. June. Woo, baby. Oh, girl. Oh, yeah. She's going straight to Smash.
Wow.
I'm gonna put her under Ginkgo. Because, man, did I want her something fierce.
She's
from Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you can't tell from seeing Iroh peeking in the corner.
Dude, I could not find a decently qualityed picture with that. This is the highest quality one I could find, and I couldn't get Iroh out of it.
But man, June?
Yeah.
Like, she shows up for like one fucking episode, and she's
in a couple.
My heart with her. She's in a couple? Okay, yeah. Well, she's not very prominent, though.
No.
Like, she doesn't show up a lot. But man, does she leave an impression.
Yeah, she really does.
She is so bad in a good way. And she's one of the characters that I don't even have to feel guilty about continuing to like, because she's a full-grown woman.
Yep.
I could like her as long as I fucking want. Okay? And I do. I think she's great. I think, like, fucking mommy... I bark for her. She steps on me.
she steps on me. Yeah. Yeah, she's the one you want to step on.
Yeah. She's definitely got that thing of like, she's not evil for sure, but she's a mercenary.
Yeah,
so
she's
it's like
neutral.
Morally gray, pay me to do a job and I'll do the job.
True.
But like, man, like I don't blame Iroh at all. I don't blame him, man.
He needs to chill, though. He is an old man.
He does. He was getting to some harassment levels with her, which I definitely don't condone. But I get it.
You would
I get the
too.
desire. Because I want her. I would also take the opportunity to pretend like I'm paralyzed if she fell on top of me.
Wow, you would become a sexual harasser in her presence.
I mean,
Okay, next one is, I know it's a heavy hitter.
Kaoru, my beloved, from Ouran High School Host Club. Not to be confused with his shitty brother, Hikaru. I don't like Hikaru. I never liked Hikaru. I was a Kaoru stan from day motherfucking one. I think him and Haruhi had a lot of genuine chemistry. Not as much as her and, some other characters. But when I first watched the show, before I knew that Mori Senpai was originally supposed to be in-game for her, which I'm still salty about, Kaoru was my ride or die. I wanted him to be her end game, even though I knew that he wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
But God, I loved him so much. I had such a strong crush on him. Like, he was so adorable. I loved him so much, and he was so much better than Hikaru, who was just too tsundere for his own good. Like, I like tsunderes, but, like, not that much. I'm gonna put him in hot, just above Howl. Just because of how prominent of a crush he was for so long. But he's also one of those where it's like, as I aged, I kind of outgrew him. And it's like, I can't really see him as anything more than just a cutie patootie now. Kim Possible!
Yeah.
I love her.
Another redhead.
Definitely. And speaking of redhead, this is another one where it was a case of self-insert crush admiration.
Yeah.
Where I was like, das me, but also not das me, but also I want to kiss her. Now, Kim Possible did ambiguously be allowed to grow up by the very, very, very end of the series where she graduates, and they're like, yeah, she's either 17 or 18 by her graduation. So it's like, you know, technically by the very end of it, she's of age, but you don't really get to see anything after that point, so it's kind of
Yeah.
in terms of like how my brain compartmentalizes it. It's like she's still one of those characters where it's like I can't really still have a crush on her.
She's still a teen majority of her existence.
Yeah, and she's still a teen for the majority of the time that I crushed on her.
Yeah.
But she was also one of those that, like, she wasn't one of my bigger crushes, so I would confidently place her in the moved on category right below Bloom. Because, yeah, that was exactly it. It's like, once I really stopped watching Kim Possible, I stopped thinking about her as a character, and whenever I see her again, I'm like, yeah, she's cool, and she's got a cool design, but I don't really still have any kind of, like, I still find her cute type of things
Right.
for her design. Like that was teen me's type, but I've kind of outgrown that a bit.
Yeah. I will say, so far, your tier list is very balanced.
Yeah, I'm a pretty balanced fella.
You got a lot of people in garbage, though, compared to where mine was at this same point.
Well, look at them.
Yeah,
Look at them.
Yeah.
They are garbage.
Alright, next.
Kraft Lawrence. Okay, so Kraft Lawrence is pretty much going to go into cute. I would say right between Aragorn and Jude, because I always thought it's that damn white hair.
Yeah.
I've always thought he was really cute, but similarly to Holo, that's kind of where it stops. Like, yeah, he's got a decent personality, but it was mostly just he's a cutie pie. I want to give him smooches. And he's like a cute little merchant dude. While I was watching Spice and Wolf, I was like, ooh, I like him. But then once I stopped watching it, I kind of never thought about him again. And I only think about him, like, really when I'm thinking about the show. Otherwise, he's not a brainworm.
Yeah.
He's not really invading my brain all that much. So, you know. But I always liked his appearance more than Holo's comparatively. So that's the only thing keeping him from being in the moved on tier.
Ah. Okay.
Okay. Kyo Soma. He actually did get to grow up at the end of Fruits Basket. So I will confidently put him in the Smash tier.
Whoa.
He is going to go between Ginkgo and June, because I can't confidently say that I'm more attracted to him than I am Ginkgo. I'm sorry. Ginkgo's so hot.
Wow.
But I had such a massive crush on Kyo. Okay, now this version of Kyo that you're seeing on the screen is his updated version from the newer Fruits Basket. The version that I was crushing on was the back in the day version, the old anime.
Bro, I could hardly tell the difference.
You know, well, see, the big difference between the two versions is that this newer one follows the manga more closely, whereas the older one cut out a lot of stuff and ended prematurely. And the old one followed the art style more, but the creator herself was like, yeah, I don't want to think about my old art style anymore. So mad respect on her for being like, no, please change it. And frankly, upgrade. Like, honestly, he's so much hotter now. And I've always loved his character. I love that he turns into a fucking cat. I love the, like, bracelet beads he wears, and I love how much he cares for Toru. I just think, like, he's a really great character, and I've loved him from the start, and I've always preferred him over Yuki. Also, I finally remembered his fucking name. It's Yuki.
10 years later.
But yeah, I've always preferred Kyo, and I had such a huge crush on him, and Fruits Basket was also one of those anime that was very near and dear to my heart, similar to Ouran High School Host Club, where I crushed on him for a long time. Love him. Adore him.
Oh boy.
Lena. Oh, look at her. Beautiful.
Lena is another character from Taylor Tales.
Yeah, Lena is also from Taylor Tales. She's really, really pretty and sexy. But I will say that as a character, the more time that goes on not, like, interacting with her, the less I the less I give a shit about her.
Yeah.
The less like attached I am to her character, the less interesting like she is. I'm probably gonna put her in hot, but like at the bottom.
All the way
because
at the
like
bottom.
undoubtedly she's hot. Like she's definitely not in cute tier because I still think she's really pretty. But I think that in terms of like attachment to the character, she's very like she doesn't last long in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once we're not really playing the game, I don't really think about her or consider her much. But I did simp for her while playing the game, so she's still hot.
Her dance outfit had a grip on you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was. But you know, that's why she's in the hot tier. Because yeah, she is sexy, but she doesn't have a grip on me like any of the other characters do. Like if somebody was like, "Oh, you have to stop like sacrifice any of the characters that are above Lena or Lena," I'd be like, Lena can just go. Like even some of the ones below her, if somebody was like, "Oh, get rid of Double D," I'd be like, "Sorry, but no, we have history. Like way too much history. We can't do that."
We have history.
Lena's a fling.
Wow. That's all you have to say for her.
Yeah. All right. Levi, one of them. Levy from Fairy Tail. She was the girl I mentioned earlier, the one that, spoilers, ends up getting with Gajeel. And I think she's really cute. I've liked her since the beginning. I don't like her stupid ass flower. I think it's stupid. But I really like her design in general. I've always thought she's really cute. So that places her firmly in the cute tier. She's gonna go right above Brief. Because that's kind of all there was with her character as far as I watched, is that she was cute. And I liked her design. And I was interested in her character. But I never really... There was never really a whole lot that I remember her doing or, being involved in. I'm sure she does more in later seasons. But at least in the first season that I watched, she wasn't really that prominent. She was just kind of there in the guild ambiently. So there's not a whole lot I can say about her besides, I like her hair.
I don't know shit about her, so I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next.
Lena Inverse. Okay, so here's another case of self-insert crushing.
Clearly.
I really liked Lena. I liked her character. I liked how capable and powerful she was, especially since I could, visualize myself as her in her position. I always loved, her how powerful she was, and I wanted to be that powerful. And, I was always, I also thought she was, really cute and pretty, and I wanted to be cute and pretty. So, I was like, that's literally me, even though she's not literally me, but whatever. So it's kind of a line between, is this a real crush, or do I just want to be her? But, again, younger me, there kind of wasn't a distinction between those two things. It's kind of both.
If you
I
met her
want
at a
you,
bar,
and I want to be.
and she wanted to give you a little kiss,
I would give her a little kiss, yes.
then there you go, that counts.
But I would not say that she fits into the hot tier, but I would also not really consider her in the moved on tier, because I still think she's cute. So she's gonna go above Fiona. Yeah, let's put her above Fiona.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Boy,
this is a big one.
We got an interesting chain here. Link. Specifically, Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild Link. Now, it's good to keep in mind that Breath of the Wild Link is 17, so that changes how I feel about him. I love him so much, and I have for a long time. However, I don't have the biggest, history of actually playing Legend of Zelda. I just really like Link. I've just really liked Link for a while. I've seen him floating around the internet forever, and I only actually recently started playing Breath of the Wild, which incidentally, my favorite outfit to wear is the Mountain Climber outfit. I like the Mountain Climber gear.
Uh-huh.
I love him, and I really, really think his Breath of the Wild outfit looks so good. It's one of my favorite looks for him, hands down, especially with the ponytail. The ponytail's magnifique. So I would, like, for how much I adore him, I would say put him in Smash.
Wow.
Because, like, yeah, he's 17, so that's kind of, but for how much I liked him, he will go firmly at the top of Smash.
Above Eok?
Yeah.
Damn.
Absolutely, yes.
Man has been usurped.
No, it would more like be Eok attempting to usurp Link, because I've loved Link far before.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely more cool with you being more in love with the blonde boy than the weird bald alien lizard man.
You leave my weird bald alien lizard man alone.
Okay, next is Tears of the Kingdom Link.
Okay, Tears of the Kingdom Link. God, firmly in carnal desire. Put that motherfucker up next to Hiccup, right behind Hiccup.
Yeah.
I fucking. Okay, now Tears of the Kingdom Link is the same Link as Breath of the Wild Link, but he's an older version of him. He's like 23 because there was like a time skip after the first game.
Mm-hmm.
So the connection that I felt with Breath of the Wild Link and how much I love Breath of the Wild Link, Tears of the Kingdom Link does all that and more, because of course he's not stuck as a 17-year-old, he's a whole ass adult. And he doesn't look any different, and he can wear the outfit that Breath of the Wild Link wears.
Nice.
It's just so much like better, and he has even cooler outfits. Look at his cool ass arm. That shit is fucking sexy. I need him in my bed right now. And you can give him the ponytail back. His hair doesn't have to be let down like that.
Oh.
Like, you can put it, so like you have pretty much all the costumes at your disposal with this version of Link. And he's an adult, so I don't have to feel weird about liking him.
I like the hair
I can
down.
just like him so freely. I love him. I do love his hair down, yeah, but man, the ponytail, God, ponytails. I don't know. I really like ponytails.
So easily pullable.
Yeah. But you know, God, this man makes me feral. I really love him. He's great.
Well, then you'll also love Twilight
Princess Link! Okay, so a little backstory. Twilight Princess Link is the first Link I ever fell in love with. He was the first Link I really found out about, and I still really like his design and how muted his colors are and how dark his story is. And he's a really cool Link. He was definitely like a strong crush when I was younger, and he kind of started me liking Link as much as I do. For some reason, it didn't motivate me to actually play the games, though. Like, I don't know why I never really considered it. I guess because I was so poor that I was just like, I never even considered being able to, you know, play the games and have the systems for said games, because I don't even know what system Twilight Princess is on. I never bothered to, like, check it out and look or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's fine, because...
Honestly, I think this art style kind of solidified like the kind of art that I like for D&D style things.
Honestly, yeah,
I
love the Twilight Princess style. It's so nice, and it makes Link look so good. Another disclaimer, this Link is also 17. So, obviously, he's not gonna be that high up in the tiers, because there's that disconnect of like, yeah, I'm older than him now. It's not the same. But I will still say he can solidly go in the hot tier, because I had quite a crush on him. However, he's gonna be below Zim.
God damn it. Right there.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, I'm sorry, but I've never made fan art of me dating like
Okay.
Twilight Princess Link, but I have done fan art of me dating Zim. So,
Well, where does he belong?
right there. That's good.
Right there?
Right
Okay.
in front of Kaoru. Yeah. He was always one of those crushes that, like, I never really interacted with a ton. I just kind of, like, admired him from afar and was just like, oh my god, he's so cute. I like him so much.
He does have that universal appeal where you really just gotta see him once and you're like, yeah, that's gonna be in my brain.
Masculine androgynous men are just... Like, I really like androgyny in characters, but typically I prefer it when it leans more to, like, the masculine side of androgyny over, like, the feminine side. Because, like, I'm not against femboy Link. That's fine. A lot of people like to draw him like that, but it's not preferred. I like Twunk Link over Twink Link. And Twilight Princess Link has the perfect physique for Twunk. I feel like if Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom Link had the physique that Twilight Princess Link had, he would be literally perfect.
Yeah.
Because Twilight Princess Link's physique is just the best. But that's all the time I have to talk about him. So, begrudgingly, we must move on. Motherfucking Lloyd Forger from one of my current top favorite animes, Spy X Family. I fucking love this dude. Look at him. Look at him. He's such a fucking overthinker, but he's an amazing spy, and he's really good at what he does, and he's really cool. And, you know, it's funny because as much as I like him, he's not even my type. He's got short blonde hair that's typically not even, like, within my repertoire, but I like him a lot because of how he is as a character. However, that being said, he would go in the hot tier, above Powder, but under Link. Because I love him to death, but truth be told, his appearance is not completely my type.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's really capable, and his smarts make him sexy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Plus, he's a really good dad to Anya, even though he doesn't really know how to be a dad. He tries his best. It makes him endearing. It's like, yeah, realistically...
It's better than the guy who hates kids.
Oh yeah, for real. Because it's like, realistically, I don't ever want kids. I have no desire to have children. But if I'm going to choose, I would rather be with somebody who is at least, like, good with kids and nice to kids than hates kids and never wants to be around them. Because I'm like, dude, I have, like, what if I want to go see, like, my little nephew or niece or whatever, and you're just being an asshole about it? No, fuck you.
Okay.
Maka Albarn. This is another one that's, like, teenagehood crush. Like, she's not, like, physically, there wasn't really anything that stood out with her appearance to make me have a crush on her, but I had a crush on her capabilities as a character. I really liked how determined she was, how serious she took everything. I liked that she was a scythe wielder. I thought that was fucking cool as shit. And I really envied her a lot, which I think is what led to me having a crush on her. I was more crushing on her potential as a character than, like, her appearance or really her personality, honestly. Because her personality can kind of be sucky sometimes. But I thought she was really cool, and I thought that she was really strong, and I really admired that about her. And she motivated me to try my best in a lot of the things that I was doing at the time with, like, my art endeavors and stuff like that. I would put her in the cute tier below Brief, because her personality is what drew me to her.
Mm-hmm.
Or her capabilities are what drew me to her, but her looks were, like, you know, more of, like, a side thing. I was like, I wasn't really concerned about her looks.
Right. You loved her for who she is.
Yeah. I loved her core, not her skin.
Okay.
Marceline, the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time. Now, this is a character that, surprisingly enough, I actually didn't really care about at first.
That is surprising.
Yeah, when I first started watching Adventure Time, I didn't really find Marceline attractive or anything. It was after like her stakes, after the stakes episodes, that I really started being more drawn to her as a character. And at that point, it was like I started to be more attracted to her after that point, because it's like I still liked her design and thought it was cool. But that's kind of where it ended at first. But then once I discovered more about, like, her backstory and her history with Bubblegum, like all the other aspects of who she is as a person, she grew more on me, like a fucking cancer. And, you know, over time, she's gotten more and more into that territory of, like, I really like her. So I would put her in the hot category behind Gajeel. Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair spot for her. There's definitely a split. She's the split.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. I know that she's a lot of people's, like, major crush, and some people are gonna think this is absolute blasphemy. Why didn't I put her in Carnal Desire up at the very top? But it's like, sorry, but, you know, even though she hits a lot of the notes for, like, female characters that I like, because I really like female characters that are, like, punk and, like, cool and, like, stuff like that.
Clearly, with who's in the top 3 tiers.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's hard to really describe why I never really considered Marceline all that high on my list of girl crushes. Personality and backstory and stuff like that really does a lot for a character for me. A lot more than looks, typically. Plus, there was this one look that she had in the show that I fucking hated. It was like the half shave. And I don't dislike half shaves. It was just how they did it. I hated it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
It just didn't serve as much as usual.
Yeah, it really didn't.
Okay, the next one is an overlap for us.
Miguel from Road to El Dorado. I have always thought he was cute.
Yeah.
From the very first moment I watched the movie, I was like, I like that one. I didn't give a single fuck about Tulio, okay? He looked like a fucking potato to me, okay? I cared only about Miguel. Miguel was who I wanted.
I like
so
them
when
both.
Tulio got with Shell and Miguel was just chilling, I was like, fuck yeah, you know?
Insert
Miguel
me.
is mine. I don't need Tulio. I don't want Tulio.
Yeah, I definitely, I liked Tulio more at first, but the more I watch it, Miguel is just clearly so much better.
Miguel, like, I always adored his energy. I liked how much more playful he was, and I know they were a lot alike, but I liked how much more playful Miguel was. I liked how much more carefree he was. He was just a lot more charismatic to me.
He's more compassionate. I think he's hotter, too.
Yeah, I find him just baseline more attractive. There's a lot about Miguel that just, like, hits the notes that work for me. So I would firmly put him in the hot tier.
I choose very carefully.
Between Kaoru and Howl.
Okay, that's fair. I would have had some words for you if you put him lower than Marceline.
I considered it for a second. Mulan! Okay, so Mulan isn't a big one, but her personality really just shone through. She is beautiful, undoubtedly, but she doesn't really have a lot of the features that really, like, make me go, like, humana, you know?
She doesn't have the same oomph as Dr. Mrs. or June.
Exactly. Because, like, yeah, she's got the black hair, but she's not a goth baddie. But, you know, she is very determined. She's, very capable, very strong-willed, very compassionate, has a strong sense of duty, which I really respect. And she does the whole cross-dressing thing, which I've always liked. Honestly, I've always liked, like, tomboy characters or characters who have to take on a male role for whatever reason. Fucking surprise,
Yeah.
surprise! I fucking love Oran High School Host Club.
One of your tropes.
So there was a lot of her personality aspects that endeared me to her, but I wouldn't say that she's gonna go beyond the cute tier. Yeah, I don't really have a desire for her beyond, like, I like her as a character. I'm gonna go ahead and put her above Birdie.
Wow, that high. I expected her to be, like, down here.
No. Her personality is enough of a winner that she can go above.
Okay. Respect for Mulan. Alright, next is another overlap.
Nightwing. Specifically, Teen Titans.
Future. Yeah. See, I like all the Nightwings. You like specifically Teen Titans one.
Yeah, I like specifically this. Can you blame me?
I can't blame you. I think they're all hot, though.
God, this one just, like, whoo, you know, like, dude, when I was watching Teen Titans back in the day, and this episode came on, and I saw him, I was like,
this iteration is the one with long hair. I think all the others have short hair, so
yeah, they do. Like, I don't, like, the other Nightwings are fine, but I'm not drawn to them like I am him, and I love the simplicity as well.
The art style, yeah.
Exactly, yeah, like, I like how the Teen Titans art style simplifies a lot of superhero designs, because there's a lot of superhero designs, especially in DC, where I'm not really a fan of some of the detailing they give the suits, or, like, certain ways they make the suits look. I'm just like, but this looks more up my alley.
Just some simple, sexy black latex.
Exactly. Like, the less is more, you know, ideal. And he has long hair, and that's always a bonus. I fucking love long hair. I had such carnal desire for him back then. But I would not put him in the carnal desire thing now. I would probably put him in between Howl and Gajeel in hot. Because he's not beating Danny Phantom. He would be a smash otherwise, but
he that looks fair, right? He looks right there.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Yeah.
It's fine. He has Starfire. I'm sure he's not worried.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, he doesn't! Because this is the version of Nightwing where Starfire ceased to exist.
That's why he became Nightwing. Next, we got another alternative baddie.
Nikki from 16. I always liked her look. She hits the like punk light, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's not like going quite as hard into punk as I would like, but she's still enough there that I'm like, hey,
she is
like she's the kind of girl I would have a crush on if I was hanging out with her.
Yeah, she is 16, so her ability to go full punk is limited. She already has a piercing, which is pretty badass for a teenager.
Yeah. And of course, her being a teenager, that is automatically going to put her lower than she would have been otherwise. So honestly, she's probably going to be hanging out with Jude, but one behind him, because I always liked him more than her. But I did like her.
But if you put her right here...
they look like they're talking. No, they're not talking. They're back to back. She's talking to somebody else. He's talking to Wyatt or Jonas. She's talking to fuck, the redhead. or Brittany.
She'd probably be talking to Jonesy. She's dating him.
True.
Brittany, you mean Caitlin?
Yes. I don't remember names. It's been a while, okay? It's been a long time. But I always thought she was cool.
She's one of the characters that I just wanted to be.
Yeah. That's part of it too. That's part of another thing why I don't like her more than I do, because I'm like, in a way she kind of reminds me of you, so I'm like,
yeah, she's always been my favorite, because like this whole list you've been talking about how many of these redheaded characters you just relate to so hard. Nikki's one of the characters I related to a lot. I was like, she's me. She hates everything. She's kind of a bitch. She's cool.
And she dates an asshole.
Okay, I wasn't stellar on that. I really didn't like Jonesy. This queen deserves so much better.
Yeah,
but
he's kind of a wiener.
It is accurate, and it did track, so I can't say you didn't get me with that one. Alright, next one I heavily disagree with, and I'm gonna need you to explain yourself.
Okay, listen. Pearl from Steven Universe.
I hate Pearl. So explain.
I love Pearl. I love her so much. Put her right up in the Smash category. No. Right at the bottom. But right up in the Smash category. No, get her out of there. Get her out of there. Get her out of there. At the bottom of Smash. That's right. That's where she belongs. Okay. This is my lanky stick queen. Okay. Okay.
Why?
Look. I understand. I understand where you're coming from. I do. I get it. Pearl has a lot of blemishes on her character. She's done a lot of things that are like, Pearl, what the fuck? There's still that episode with Steven that will forever go down in history as a what the fuck Pearl moment. But at the same time, Pearl has gone through a lot. Arguably more than the other characters have gone through. She has gone through fucking hell and back. And yes, girl is Delulu. But she's still trying her best, and she does eventually get over it and work through it and become a much better person. And she even helps another Pearl, who was Pink Diamond's Pearl at a point, overcome her own issues as well. I don't know, Pearl was always a character that I was drawn to. Even though she was naggy and overly motherly and annoying at times, I still always felt this intrinsic, like, attraction to her, both as a character and, like, her design and, like, just so much about her that I just really, really liked. I do think that her newest design is my favorite by far, with the little jacket. I love it. But, I don't really dislike like any of her previous designs, honestly. Even her like original like serving PD design slaps.
Mm-hmm.
I've just always liked her. I like the fusions she makes as well. Like there's a lot about Pearl's character and Pearls as gems in general that I just feel really, really drawn to, and I really, really like. Their sense of duty and just like the like I like the later renditions of her body type where she's got like a really round head. Like I'm not as much of a fan of like the cone head in the earlier seasons, but I really like the more rounded soft shape that she takes on later on in the show, and it makes me like her character even more. And I don't know. She was, like, hands down always my favorite, despite her many flaws. But it's not enough for me to not want to smash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still gotta shake my head and waggle my finger that Pearl is on this list.
I was judging plenty of
Garnet
yours.
isn't.
Okay.
You want to talk about a
Garnet,
baddie.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can't explain it, man. I just, Pearl.
Evidently not. Ew. Why is that the first character you did that to? That just doesn't feel right. Alright. Fucking next.
Ranma Saotome, boy form, from Ranma 1/2. He is another character that I had a very, very big crush on when I was a teenager watching the show. I love him to death. I think, and still think, that he should have been with Ukyo. Fuck Akane. Hater. But I really like his design as a character. I love his dub voice, because I didn't watch it in sub. I watched it in dub like a little weeb.
He has the same voice as Inuyasha.
He does, yeah, and it's just nothing better. I do think he's an asshole a lot of the time, but I still really, really liked him. I had such a big crush on him.
If you were around Akane, wouldn't you?
Honestly, yeah, dude, she's such a bitch. Like, yeah, he's a jerk to her plenty, but there's so many times where he's being genuine and she's just decides to be a bitch for no fucking reason. And it's like, yeah, he'll do the same thing, but it's literally like, oh, Akane's being mean to him, and then he's like, what the fuck is your problem? And then she'll be nice, and he's like, bitch? And then she'll be like, oh, well, fuck you. And it's like, Akane, you can't just, heel turn like that. And then expect him to just be all like, oh, I'm so sorry, your majesty, fuck you. But I would say, I would put him, right above, above Kaoru. Because of just how big of a crush I had on him when I was younger.
Deserved.
I still think he's cute, but, I don't really have a crush on him anymore because, yeah, he's a fucking teenager.
Well, what about her?
Ranma Saotome, girl form. I like girl form more than boy form.
Yeah,
but
that's
only by a little.
It's been.
So go ahead and shove her in hot right above him. Because it's so close of a margin, right?
Yeah.
I love that she's a redhead. I love how vibrant the colors are. I'm not a fan of how they changed the colors in the remake. I don't like the pink. I really don't like the pink. I understand that it's supposed to look more like the watercolor color spreads, but her hair's not supposed to be actually pink. Yeah. And, her hair's not actually supposed to be pink.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they don't do the watercolor effect for all of the colors because Ranma's hair isn't green like it is in a lot of the color spreads.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of mixed feelings about the new one. But the old one, I love the colors. I love how girl Ranma looks. And he's such a cheeky little fuck whenever he's in female form. It's just really great. And this is another one of the characters that I kind of projected myself onto a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, he's just so cool. Even in his girl form, he's so fucking cool. Even though I can't relate to how often he had his titties out. But,
Yeah.
little younger me was like, oh my god, he has his titties out. oh, boobies. I just, always really liked her. I was always, I like Rama. I like Rama in all his forms. And,
yeah.
I also really liked Ukyo, and I still think they are the OTP. And I will die on that hill.
Oh, you'll die on that hill, all right.
Oh, because Akane's gonna come and kill me.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how rabid the Ranma 1/2 shipping fandom is, but yeah, I imagine.
I don't know. I stay away from it.
Yeah, I imagine if there are people who ship him with Akane, they're probably kind of feral, considering the types of people who usually ship ships like that.
Yeah, it's like, look, I know Ranma and Akane are in-game, I get that, I understand, it's whatever, I can accept that, but it's just so painful watching them get there, because it's just strife after strife after strife. There's so much to dislike about how they interact with each other that it's really hard to warm up to them as a couple, because it's like, okay, you have one good moment every once in a while, but usually Akane ruins it!
Yeah. Alright.
Raven from Teen Titans. This is another character that teenage me was absolutely fucking gripped by.
Yeah.
I was so into Raven. She got the goth baddie thing going on.
Yeah.
Again, this has much lessened now that I am an adult and she is not.
But there are adult versions of her.
There are adult versions of her in the Teen Titans universe, which I was very much like, and still am, like a feral animal for. But this version specifically, I would say that she is gonna go at the bottom of hot. Because
I think
I really liked her a lot.
Honestly, I would say...
Not the bottom. I'm thinking just above Marceline.
If it changes the ranking at all, I would say that you honestly can lump in her other forms just because they aren't on this list.
Okay, if I'm lumping in her other forms, she's going straight to Smash above June.
There you go. Yeah, I think it's fair to encompass all of Raven.
Yeah, because this teenage Raven specifically, I'm not as drawn to anymore.
She's the one who started it, but
yeah, she started it.
Consider
but
all the
older
options.
Forms. And I mean, to be fair, even back then, I preferred her older forms. I thought they looked so much cooler, especially her white suit.
Yeah, that's fair. This one's just the most iconic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Foo boy.
Ah, Rin. He's from Hellgirl, and man. He had a chokehold on both me and
Oh my
Dragaria.
god, he so did. God.
Like, okay. I have a comic called Adventures Re, which is basically a redo of a comic called Adventures that I made when I was in middle school. Okay, this is middle school age me, making an god-awful comic about character named Judy and Janie, because in the beginning this comic was called The Adventures of Judy and Janie, and later I trimmed it down to just Adventures. But by and large, the main male character of that series, who I put in a relationship with Judy, very heavily resembles this guy.
Heavily. Oh my god.
Man,
direct inspiration.
I simped for this guy so much. Like, literally, black hair, like the same eye that's out of the hair, or I think maybe the other side. I don't know. It doesn't matter. One eye being covered. The only difference is that his eyes were blue. And he had a way different outfit because he was a thing called a snake eye. This was before I realized that quetzalcoatl's, or however you say it, the fucking snakes with feathered wings, are a thing that already exists. I thought I invented them and I called them snake eye. SNAKAI.
You sure didn't. You sure did not.
I sure didn't invent that at all.
But this is pretty much a direct rip from this character.
Yeah.
For his human form.
I simped so hard for this guy, so he's gonna go straight into Smash.
Yeah, he deserves Smash.
Damn, man, I wanted him real bad. So he's gonna go. Honestly, yeah, that's a perfect spot.
Yeah, that's where I would put him.
Yeah.
He deserves that spot, especially considering just how hard we simp for him every time we watch Hellgirl.
Cause as far as my taste now, I prefer Ginkgo over him. But considering how hard I wanted this man back then, and this is before I even knew Ginkgo existed.
Yeah, so much so that we disliked the one episode of Hellgirl where he seduces a human that they're killing.
We were so mad. Holy fuck, man. We saw red that day.
It's only that one time that he ever
We were just like,
seduces
get your skanky hands off of him!
It was bad. Shit. It was so bad.
It was so bad. We were really mean about it.
It was feral teenage simpery. My god.
Oh, yeah. We were not nice about it. But yeah, moving on. Samurai Jack! From Samurai Jack. I have loved this character for a long time. It's one of those things where when I was younger, I wasn't as attracted to him, per se. But as I got older, he just gradually got hotter and hotter to me. Until it got to a point where it's just like, dude, this man fucks.
Yeah.
And I love when his hair is down. And I really like the Adult Swim continuation. I think they did a really good job at finishing off the story. Even though it should have been me! But, if you've watched the show, you understand what I'm talking about. But, he's so cool. He was so capable. He was so awesome and epic. And just, over time, as I get older, I just saw more and more of the appeal of his looks and was just like, damn, man. God, he's so hot. So he's going right up into Smash.
Damn.
I would say below Ice Prince. Because he doesn't hit as much of the raw, like,
the raw
as some of the other
appeal.
characters. Yeah. But he's still very sexy. I still very much want him.
That's fair. He deserves to be up there. He worked for it.
He did. He worked hard.
And his physique.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Definitely not to be discredited.
Okay. I don't know this next one, but considering how you've talked about him, I think he's a heavy hitter.
Senku! Oh, my broccoli boy. Oh, God. I love him. I love him. I adore him. He's going right into Carnal Desire.
Yeah,
right behind Inuyasha. I love him so much. He's such a smarty. And okay, his personality, kinda ass. He's shown a lot of signs of being possibly like asexual, aromantic, whatever. He's not interested.
Mm-hmm.
He is only worried about rebuilding civilization and mad respect. But God do I want him. And for anybody concerned about this being an anime character, he is over 18. Chill. But like, God, I love him so much. He's so capable and so smart. I would follow this man to the ends of the fucking earth. I would rebuild civilization with him. I got you, my precious baby boy.
Oh, man.
I want him to be my bride.
He has such a villainous design.
Yeah, no, he does. He acts like a fucking villain, but he's not. He's a protag, trust. And he just genuinely, his goal is just to rebuild civilization. Honestly, he is from Dr. Stone, I should say. He is the Dr. Stone. And honestly, I would highly recommend this anime if you like science and like intrigue and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I really like it. But he's always finding a way. Like, he's not the strongest. He's not the most capable physically, but his brains are so big. He's got like his wrinkles are so like amazingly wrinkled, and he always manages to find a way to science his way out of like a problem that they're having. And boy, does he ever find some fucking problems, man. Like, I'm sorry, but for millions of years, just sitting there in stone, counting the seconds, keeping track of exactly how much time is passing. That's insane. That's like ridiculous.
Insane.
Like, mad fucking respect. Like, that's hot as hell. Like,
mental fortitude.
Like, God, you know? So, yeah, love him. Love and adore this man. He's gonna go places. Certainly not to college, because it hasn't been reinvented yet.
But you want it to be your bedroom.
I mean, that'll never happen, because he'll be like, bitch, I have science to do? But, you know. A lad can dream. Shang! Okay. He was one of those characters from Mulan that I was jealous of Mulan.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, he's so hot.
Yeah.
But his personality wasn't a big winner for me.
Yeah.
Like, he was okay, but there were a lot of ways he acted that I was like,
maybe not.
I'm not really a big fan of that. Yeah. So I would just put him in hot. Below, above, 2 steps above where he is now. Yeah, right there. Firmly in that spot. Because, yeah, he's hot.
Above Jim.
And that musical number really had a grip on me.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a lot about his personality and the way he acted that I was just like, he is very strict. And I don't really like that.
All right. Another one for the goth baddies.
Goth baddie Shego. Okay. Shego was definitely one of the first. Shigo, my bad. Shigo was definitely one of the first. The OG, if you will. Or one of them. For me growing a love for goth baddies. And, bonus points, she's an adult.
Yeah.
So I don't have to have any weird hang-ups about her age. So I can unabashedly say, smash! God damn, Shigo.
Her bodying. Her color palette, cooking.
Absolutely.
Eating.
I would put her right under Ginkgo. Because, like, whew, mom. She had, like, fucking whenever she was like the motherfucker she was dating, I was just like, girl, why you settling for that? Why you settling? He ain't worth you.
Yeah.
But, you know, she was also such a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Which,
well, she was a
you
villain.
know, is it? Yeah, and you know, it's kind of expected for villains. But I really love her design, her color palette, and everything. I think she's really cool. I think she's really hot. Confident smash.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm just looking at the women in the Smash category. they all check off the same boxes.
Well,
the guys are such a like spattering of different types. No women in Carnal Desire yet, though.
Surprising, I know. I think it's only because there's not a lot of female characters that I've had like huge, like deep connections to.
Yeah. All right.
Silver the motherfucking hedgehog!
Yeah, boy!
I love him so much. I love him so much!
Oh my god!
I love him so much. But I don't know that I can declare it as Carnal Desire because he's like 14. He's like a little animal man, but I do. You know what? I would put him at the end of Carnal Desire, not because of actual Carnal Desire, but just how much I love him.
How much he runs your life.
I still love him so much. Yeah, like he has been in my life for so long, and I've loved him for so long, and it's like it's gone from like a legitimate like crush into like I just love this character so much territory. I adore him so much. Like, everything about him is just you know? I would have put him in the moved on category for the sake of, like the actual crush factor. But, you know, I just, man, I still find myself just being like, God, I fucking love Silver. Anytime he's brought up, I'm just like, that's my boy!
Yeah.
So I feel very, like protective over him and, like, caring over him. He is. I have the same issue with him that I have with Blaze in that I need more of my boy.
Yeah.
I need it. I need him to be happy. I love his eyeliner.
Though, that's gonna be an odd one out of context with just the image of this list.
Yeah, I know, because it says Carnal Desire, so it's like the first thought would be like, wait, you want this 14-year-old hedgehog carnally? Like, no. But he's just such a big part of my life.
It's okay. I Shadow the Hedgehog was my number one in the Smash tier, so.
That's true. I love Silver. I adore Silver. Nobody can ever make me hate him.
Yeah.
I love him. Sky from Winx Club.
I agree with this one.
He is the character that gets with Bloom.
Yeah.
And he's cute. I've always thought he was cute.
I always wanted him to be with Stella, because I liked Stella.
Yeah. See, I always found it interesting that, like, normally, Sky would be the character that ends up with Stella because he was, like, the prince and whatever. And Brandon would be the character who ends up with Bloom. But they switch it, and I always thought that was so interesting with their characters.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you would expect Sky and Stella and Brandon and Bloom. But no. Sky and Bloom, Stella and Brandon. But I did mention this earlier, that I've never been as attracted to Sky as I was to that other guy Helia. So Sky is going to go right below Helia in the hot category. Because I always thought he was hot, but I wasn't super attached to him. I mean, he was a cool character, don't get me wrong. Him being a prince was especially cool. And I really like the way they did, like, his fucking highlight bangs.
Yeah. He's got that fucking Prince Charming look.
Yeah, it's like, again, I'm not the hugest fan of blondes, so the fact that he's in here, despite that, means a lot.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, well, you know, Link is a special little boy, okay?
Little boy.
He's a special little man!
Alright,
that's Mama! We'll put him in the Carnal Desire tab right now!
God,
you put him above Sinku.
My God, chill.
Above Sink.
I need you to...
Small Might from My Hero Academia.
Okay, yeah, I need you to explain why it's Small Might and not All Might.
Okay, look at him.
I am.
That
He
is
looks
my
like a
wonderful,
crackhead.
lovely, emaciated corpse. I adore him so much. Okay, like I like All Might, I do. But there's just something like intrinsically special about Small Might to me. I get so
he's
happy
special, right?
when I see him on screen. I love him so much. He is my emaciated man.
Is it the
I will carry
personality? Is that
everything. Like I
is
love
it that he's
like,
dying?
No, not that he's dying. But I like his design is really interesting to me. It fits kind of like Spooky Spectre vibe. I admire like it. This form is kind of a testament to how hard he worked as All Might, and that kind of brings in that factor of just pure admiration that I have for his character as a whole, in that he put 120% of himself into being All Might, and this form right here is proof of that. That he's made so many sacrifices to do, like, to be a hero and to do good things, that, you know, this is what he's become. But I don't feel like this form is, like, you know, to be pitied or to be looked down upon, because this is a testament to how hard he worked and how much he accomplished as a hero. And I think being able to accept him as he is now is better than looking back at what he used to be and sighing about the loss, because I don't think it's a loss. I think it's important that we accept that this is who he is now, and he's still just as lovable, if not more now, than he was before. And I want to give him smooches all over his face.
I understand, however.
You don't have to agree, it's
Like,
fine.
Okay, I will say I like Small Might's character and like personality a lot more, because All Might is just generically virtuous superhero, but I would not be attracted to this guy.
See, that's fine. I don't have to justify why I like my corpse man.
But you're a monster fucker, so
Yeah. The skeletal look does not deter. But I love him so much, and yeah, he just so quickly climbed the ranks of my adoration. You know?
Okay. Alright.
Soul from Soul Eater. Man, did I have it bad for this.
This is a classic.
Woo! Yeah, no, God. Yeah, he obviously, he has white hair. Big surprise, I had a huge fucking crush on him back when I was a teenager. I still love his character design. He's a little shit fuck. He's a little punk ass.
It's really funny because I thought Black Star was hotter.
I never liked Black Star. I was never into Black Star.
It's always been like that with us. We just happen to like the two different brothers, or like the two sides of the same coin characters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I never gave a flying fuck about Black Star. I could not care less about Black Star.
He was an asshole. I just thought he was
Soul
hot.
Man? Soul Man, he had a grip on me. Red eyes, white hair, sharp teeth, yo. And I was always jealous of Maka for getting to be so close to him. And man, him in that suit, But, of course, important to note, he's a teenager. I am an adult.
Minor.
Disconnect. Yeah, minor. That amount of crush has dissipated because I am not his age anymore. So, he is going to go in the hot tier because of how much I liked him. But he is going to go... He's going to go above Girl Ranma.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I can't say he surpasses Lloyd. I can't.
Yeah, that feels fair.
But I had such a crush on him. Holy God. I had the hots for that boy. I was like, oh my God, look at him eat that soul. Oh.
Okay. Oh, this one
Bye,
though.
soul.
This one though.
Okay.
Hello.
Spike? Now, Spike is definitely one of those that I like him more now than I did back in the past. He's definitely, like, way hotter now than he used to be. And because back in the day, when I was more actively watching Cowboy Bebop, I still thought he was cute, but it was in an essence of, like, older guy cute, where it's like, yeah, he's cute, but I'm not really into him. Whereas now it's like, hey. So he's gonna go right in the smash.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put him right next to Samurai Jack. Oh. Ooh. Below Samurai Jack, because he doesn't have long hair. Sorry, Spike. Maybe grow your hair out.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, if he had long hair.
Oh my
Woof.
God. Okay.
Woof.
Something that speaks to me finding him hotter. He's not a crush of mine, but he has Danny Sexbang energy. And
He really does.
I have a big crush
If
on
he
that
had long
man.
hair, he'd be even stronger Danny Sex energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, confidently would place him there.
Confidently smash.
Because, like, yeah, smash. He also smokes, so that kind of that's another reason why he's low.
Yeah. He looks so cool doing it, though.
Only anime men.
Yeah. Alright.
Stalking Anarchy from Panty and Stalking with Garter Belt. I always loved her design, and I always preferred her over Stalking. I love the goth girl shit. The Lolita thing is like, eh. Like, goth Lolita is cool, but I'm not really into the Lolita part of it. But the goth part, I always thought looked cool.
She's another goth girl to add to your roster.
Yep. But see, the thing with Stalking, of course, is that her personality is fucking garbage.
To be expected.
My God. So honestly, at this point, I'm debating whether or not she should go into hot or garbage. But frankly, I'm thinking garbage. Put her at the tippy top of garbage, because Stalking, oh my fucking God, Panty would be in garbage too, but I don't have Panty in my crush tier list because I never had a crush on Panty. But Stalking, I love you, but fuck, man, you are such a fucking raging bitch. Holy shit. And that shit she pulled, spoiler, at the end of Panty and Stalking with Garter Belt, like, huh? What? Out of left field. I always was mad at that. I was like, what the fuck? You might as well just flipped off the audience and say, hey, fuck you, I hate you. And it just in general, a lot of, like, I liked that she was always more diligent about getting heaven coins and stuff like that, much more than Panty was. But man, that one time she fell in love with that ghost, and it was just like, that was, really abusive, disgusting men who treat you like trash? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Stalking. So yeah, I love you, but I fucking hate you.
That one episode, like, they tried to make it sweet at the end, but I'm sorry, Panty was right 100% through that whole thing.
Absolutely. That was the one time I was, like, on Panty's side with no hesitation, because I'm like, yeah, Stalking, what is wrong with you? He's such an asshole. Like, he was all, and then at the very end, he's all spouting shit about, oh, I love you so much, blah, 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 blah. Bro, you treated her like trash the whole way, and she liked it.
Yeah,
That's awful.
It's so weird.
I hate you.
It's so weird.
Like, ugh. Like, I will judge Panty's taste in men all day long, but Stalking, what the absolute fuck
that
was that?
That was the weirdest
Stick to your emo boys. Stay away from your fucking abusive trash.
Yeah.
Yikes. Firmly in garbage tier because of that bullshit. Stop being trash, Stalking. Stop it. Next up.
Next.
Tarzan. Now, who doesn't love a good Tarzan? Am I right?
I fucking love Tarzan.
Dude, Tarzan was another big one where it was just like, dude, he's so hot. So I would put him firmly in the smash tier. I would put him right above Shago. That feels correct.
Yeah.
Do I even need to explain it? Come on. I'm sure so many people understand where I'm coming from with Tarzan. I mean, just look at him. Dude's got the lean muscle. You know we like the lean muscle.
Yeah.
The long hair. Yeah. Like, the only downside is that he was raised by gorillas and has a lot of gorilla personality traits. But hey, that's understandable. But he can't help where you were raised. And that's alright. And it's not a deal breaker.
He cleans up so nice. He looks so fucking sexy in a suit.
Oh yeah.
He is kind and compassionate and strong and loyal. Absolutely. And romantic as fuck. He was raised by gorillas, but he is still one romantic motherfucker. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you would think being raised by gorillas he'd be way more aggressive, because typically gorillas can be pretty aggressive.
Considering
but he's really not.
Who his quote father is.
Yeah, his father being a fucking the king of the castle silverback motherfucker. Like, it might as well be a mafia boss type personality.
But he was raised mostly by his kind-hearted mother, so
yeah,
he gets it
and
from
he's
her.
a fictional character, so we can't really assign too many real-world expectations upon a person, a fictional person raised by fictional gorillas.
That it's Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tarzan is a fucking amazing choice.
Little kid me was geeking out over his titties always being on full display.
Oh
That's
my
all I'm
god,
gonna say.
dude, that one shot during his fight with Sabor, that like you can kind of see a little bit of his butt. I was as a kid, I was like, oh my god, that was so
oh my
that was
god,
so scandalous for
booty
like a 7-year-old.
Yeah. And I mean, it's nice that it holds up too.
Oh yeah,
because it's like, yeah, even now we can still be like,
oh yeah, grown man,
no guilt, no shame,
none at all.
No awkward like
all day, every day.
Absolutely. On the ceiling, on the floor, on the walls,
sideways, upside down, backwards,
on the roof, on the fridge, on the counter.
In the fridge, underwater, underground.
Whoa now!
In the trees.
In the attic, in the basement.
In the trees.
Especially in the trees, yeah. Mid-air, let's go.
He would hold you up.
Gotta be a little bit acrobatic for that one.
He would hold you up easily. You saw how expertly he held on to Jane when they were running from the baboons?
Yeah.
Alright.
Tiana, my love,
queen.
my fucking queen, my fucking goddess from Princess and the Frog. Okay, so I have a few different levels of my love for this woman. 1, she's really pretty. 2, her story is set in Louisiana, and as a little Louisianian myself, I really liked that. I was really, really happy to see, you know, a Disney film set in Louisiana. Mostly accurate, aside from the alligator saying New Orleans for some fucking reason. It's not New Orleans. There's no E. You don't say it with the E. Sound. You either say New Orleans or Nolans or NOLA, but not New Orleans. That is not, no, fuck, shut
That's the dead giveaway. It was made by Yanks.
And another thing about it is that it was one of the last 2D animated Disney films before they started just pretty much doing everything in 3D, which is a little bittersweet, but I'm at least glad that I got one, you know, that harkens back to my own culture in that sense. Even though it is a shame that she had to spend most of her time in the movie.
Honestly, that's the worst part of the movie. Like, it's the movie itself.
Yeah, they stayed frogs for a really long time.
The beginning and the end are great. The middle part, not so. Not
to mention, I love her dress. Oh my god, it's so fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Her green dress is to fucking die for, and she rocks that shit. Frankly, there's not a single fit Tiana was in that she wasn't rocking.
Yeah.
This girl can make anything work, okay? She is so fucking beautiful, and she has such a wonderful work ethic, and she tries so hard, and she's so caring and compassionate. And she loves her daddy to death.
Yeah.
And, like, I just really respect her. I really admire her. And I would go to hell and back to defend this girl's fucking dream and help her achieve it. Even though I don't need to, because she has a prince for a husband. I would put her...
She's up here.
She's definitely high up, yeah. Yeah.
She has to
like,
be.
I wouldn't say that she necessarily fits the descriptor of Smash, because what I feel for Tiana isn't necessarily like you know, carnal, like I want you. But I find her so gorgeous, so beautiful, and I really, really admire and respect her. So I'm gonna say she's gonna go in hot above Lloyd. Yeah, right there.
No.
No, Lloyd, don't do it!
It was fine when it was a white blonde pointing his gun at another white blonde.
That's a hate crime, Lloyd. What the fuck, dude?
Oh no. It feels wrong that she's lower than Zim. That don't sit right.
Look, I'm sorry, but you know.
Can I just I just...
No!
There we go.
No!
Now he's pointing his gun at the right person.
Put him back! Put him back!
Fine.
Look, I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is.
This is what should have happened.
Hey! You put him back in that garbage tube.
Okay. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
This one I get.
TK.
He never reached that level for me, but I get it.
He is from Angel Beats, and man, oh man, did teenage me have such a crush on this dude. Oh my god. It never, and the thing is, it was all about his looks.
Yeah.
He's a okay.
He's a cool
so
dude,
just a little
though.
disclaimer. Just a little disclaimer, I have a thing for faceless male characters, and he fits the bill. He's wearing a mask, okay? His bandana covers his eyes, and I've always been like, oh, you know, like, but even back then, it never really surpassed just, like, physical desire. So I'm gonna put him in cute, right above Lawrence, right under Aragorn, because, you know, he was, like, I was crushing big time.
He's so cool, man.
Not much. He didn't really have a huge personality to you know, fall for. It was mostly about his looks.
That one scene where he fucking falls backwards through the window, so cool.
Mm-hmm. My brain always replays that one when I think about his character. I'm just like,
he's so cool, man.
I love him.
Just making a crazy cool
That's
exit.
the kind of man I want to be.
Yeah. All right. Daddy. Daddy.
Oh my god. Toga. Toga?
Yes.
This is Inuyasha's father. Holy hell.
Daddy.
He could get
Dilf.
He's gonna go right into the Smash category. He's gonna go under Ginkgo. Because man, oh man.
Whew, that's
the
high
things
up.
I would do to this man.
Yeah.
Like, God, he's so hot.
He
and
really
he's a demon,
is.
and that's even hotter.
And he has a thing for humans.
Hot demon man. And he has a thing for humans, which is a plus. I'm a humans. I'm one of them. Bro's getting the smash.
Yeah. That's all you can say
boy,
about
oh boy,
him.
this is about to be a
Oh my
big
god,
one.
the next one's gonna be a fucking crazy one. Whew, boy.
Toki motherfucking Wartooth from Metalocalypse. Man, oh man, have I had it bad for this man. Okay. I'm
Wait,
gonna have trouble finding where to put him because, like...
Can I guess where he's gonna go?
I'll let you guess.
I feel
I'll let you guess, because I need to think
I feel like he has to be higher than Orpheus, with how much you just love him to death, which is the only way to love a Metalocalypse character.
Honestly. Above Asterion.
Above Asterion?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That feels
because,
right.
oh my god. Not to make a pun, but I was on a fucking warpath.
Yeah.
In my active days of having a crush on this man. And I still love this fucking character. Oh my god. But man, in my active days of watching Metalocalypse, before they finished it, holy fucking hell did I want this man carnally.
Yeah. Very badly. Ferally.
Oh. And the thing is, I've had dreams about this man, and
yeah. Yeah.
That one scene where he's beating the life out of this one guy is
the
just like
he's
so
ever looked.
Ooh, man, like fuck, like this is he's like, since I discovered Metalocalypse, Toki was my day fucking one.
Yeah.
There was never a doubt in my mind that this was not my baby girl of that series. I love this character so fucking much.
Yeah.
I would do things to this man.
You would do things for this man. Yeah.
I very much almost considered putting him above Link.
Yeah.
Like, that's how close he is.
He's
that's
very
how
powerful.
bad I've wanted him. But, you know, he has had an absolute grip on me.
I mean,
the long hair does a lot, guys.
You want to talk about writing fan fiction for Zim and having a self-insert romance character for him?
We do. We have a whole fan comic we're currently writing about our own self-insert characters in Death Clock. Like,
it's an obsession with that show.
Mm-hmm. It's brain rot. It definitely is. All right, Tomoya Okazaki from Clannad. He is the husband of Nagisa, the father of Ushio.
Yep. I sure know her name.
Fact check. Yes, Ushio. I am correct. He is such a cutie pie, and I always thought he was cutie pie. But man, oh man, is his story tragic? He is like one of the most tragic fictional dads.
Yeah,
it's so sad, and it's not really his fault.
No.
Like, he's grieving, but at the same time, like, I mean, I understand why he left Ushio. Spoilers. I understand why he left Ushio to, the care of Nagisa's parents, because he was just an absolute wreck, and it wouldn't have been wise for him to try and take care of her in his state, because he wouldn't have wanted to raise her like his dad raised him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still really sad, because it's like, that is the last remnant you have of Nagisa.
And he still did really love her and wanted to be a good dad to her.
He did, yeah. It was a really complicated thing, but I always really liked him. I always adored this character. I always thought he was really cute, but I can't say that he ever surpassed cute for me.
Yeah.
He never really got into the hot category. Despite being an adult and that being a big plus, he still never got past that point. So he's gonna stay in cute. I would say, honestly, right below Birdie, right next to Akio. Because I liked him a lot as a character, and I did think he was cute, but his looks aren't, like, especially dazzling.
He does have a little bit of that generic anime boy style.
Yeah. It was mostly his personality that drew me to him.
Yeah, fair.
Tomoyo from Clannad! Okay, now this is a character we actually don't get to see in as an adult. So, I would also honestly confidently say that I've moved on from her. I had a crush on her back in my teenage days, but it wasn't really a super strong crush. I just thought she was really cute. But it's not one that really lasted. I would even say that she's below Polo. Because I thought she was really cute, and I liked how strong she was as a character. But it didn't really go past that, and I moved on from her pretty quickly after I stopped watching Clannad. I just thought she was cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Trent from Total Drama Island.
Trent's a mixed bag, so what do you think?
He's going in garbage.
Oh,
I'm going to explain in a moment. Put him at the top of garbage tier, because obviously compared to all the other characters, he's not that bad.
He's not nearly as bad as the others. He looks a little out of place there.
The reason being, early season, I really liked him a lot. I thought he was really cute. I thought him and Gwen were really cute together, but he just devolved.
He fell off so hard.
Got worse and worse and worse until I started to hate him.
Yeah.
I had a crush on him, and then the crush turned into hatred.
Turned
and
sour.
I got to a point where I was like, he gives me the ick. He's creepy, and I don't like him.
Yeah.
He's not actually like a terrible person or anything, but oof,
He became a typical teenage boy, and that sucks.
Yeah, the show was not kind to him.
No. It's crazy, because he's a better person at age 16 than he was at age 18.
Yeah.
Like, how do you devolve a person so much?
Yeah. Definitely in garbage, because my crush was shattered before it even had a chance to, like, I didn't even get a chance to age at all before I stopped liking him.
Yeah.
So,
man,
yeah, garbage.
Yeah,
I don't like you.
Trent had no chance.
No chance. Get wrecked. Stinky. Ukyo, my beloved. This is the girl from Ranma 1/2 that I fervently believe should have ended up with Ranma instead of Akane. Because she had so much more chemistry with Ranma, so much more genuine chemistry. Also, look at her. She's an absolute fucking darling. She is a fucking cutie, and she had my whole heart in an iron grip when I was watching Ranma 1/2 as a teenager. So her ass is gonna go right up into the hot category, right behind Ranma Saotome, because I loved her so much. Obviously, she's a teenager, so I don't feel the same way about her anymore, but she had quite the grip on me back in the day. And I still think she is a cutie patootie, and I still think she's better than Akane. Sorry, not sorry, Akane.
Okay, this next one, I hope I got the right version, because you did specify.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Vash the motherfucking Stampede from Trigun. Specifically, this Vash, not the newer Vash. Now, I do like the newer Vash. Don't get it twisted. I do think the new Vash is a cutie patootie. But this Vash is my Vash. This is the Vash I fell head over heels for. He is such a goober, such a goofball. He's so hot. He's so strong, so powerful and fast. Ugh, and I love his character design. God,
yeah,
this man
it's very good.
Has my heart on a silver platter. He is going right up in the Smash category, right over Yuck.
Wow.
I love Vash so much.
Damn.
I snuggle him. I snap his neck out of love.
That's just your cute aggression. It's fine.
Absolutely. I love Vash. I love him so much. God, look at him. God, he's such a baddie.
I don't know anything about him. What's up with his arm? It's covered in belts. Okay. Just covered in belts. Because it looks skinny, like it's cybernetic enhancements or something.
Nah, that's just the style. Okay. I mean, he is non-human. But I think he does have natural looking arms under there. If I remember correctly, that's just how skinny they drew the limbs in this time period. He was a very lanky man.
That's fair. His coat does look
very
big.
You want to watch Trigun with me?
I mean, sure. I've never watched it.
It's good. It's really good. I mean, there's the new one. Good. But the old one is really good too.
Yeah. I will say, when I was looking for the version you specified, I did also like this version more than the new one.
Yeah. I mean, the new version is cool. He does look neat, and he is cute, and I still like him.
He looks cool.
But I don't have nearly as much connection with the new version as I do this Vash. My spiky Vash.
Yeah.
My wheat-haired boy.
Man.
My wheat-haired man. Yes, he is a grown man. It is important to distinguish that. Wendy from Gravity Falls. This is another character that I had a sense of kind of want
to be her.
Yeah, I want to be her. She's so cool. And I never watched Gravity Falls until I was an adult, so I can't really say that Wendy ever was a tried and true crush, because I was already an adult by the time I saw her character, and I was like, yeah, she's a teenager, she's cool, but she is definitely the type of character I would have had a crush on had I seen the show when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So I would say that she can go right up, snuggled up into the cute tier. Let's put her right above Fiona, because if I can guess regarding my taste when I was a teenager, that's probably about where she'd sit. Speaking as an adult, I just think she's pretty cool, and I like her character design. But, yeah. Okay.
This next one, though.
Mommy. Your Forger from Spy X Family. In case you can't tell by my response, I need her. I desire her carnally. Put her right.
Wow, your first female carnal desire.
That's right. God, she. Oh man, she is so sweet and kind and capable and strong and deadly. I love her so much. I love every part of her character. Okay? There's really not a thing about Yor that I dislike, honestly. I love everything. I love the red eyes. I love the fit. I love her capabilities. And I love, her personality and how much she cares for Lloyd and Anya. And how much of a hard time she has dealing with her possible budding romantic affections for Lloyd. Even though she still has the thing of, spoilers. She still has the thing of, this is only, an arranged thing, and I don't want him to replace me. I think she got a little something brewing for Lloyd. Just like I think Lloyd got a little something brewing for her. But man, oh man, would I let this woman stab me in the heart 37 times.
Specifically 37. 38
Specifically 37. Yeah, 38's a little much. She sets my bisexual heart ablaze.
Yeah. And that's all you really need to say about her.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, this next one has what I saw to be multiple forms, and you did not specify, so I just guessed.
You are correct. Zelgoddess Greyword from Slayer.
I knew the monster fucker would be. I was like, he has a more human form, but you know what? I bet it's the monster looking one.
It is. It really is. I never saw his human looking form. I like this one.
Yeah.
I love him. I love everything about him. I like his personality, even though he is, like, if I remember correctly, because again, it's been a while since I've watched Slayers, he's a little bit more of a serious personality, but he is kind, and I just, like, he's always been so endearing to me. I do not remember how old this man is, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know anything about him.
But, like, he was always my favorite male character in Slayers, like, by far. So he's definitely gonna shoot right up into the hot category. He's gonna go below Marceline. Because it's been a while, I don't remember a ton of details about him. A lot of this character was very much, like, appearance and, you know, personality based. At least this pose that he's hitting here kind of hits Piccolo vibes.
Yeah, it does.
Funnily enough, Piccolo was kind of a more recent one, too. I was never really a Dragon Ball fan back in the day, but, you know,
Piccolo's nudging his way in a little bit.
He's worming his way in a little bit. But, you know, we can add that in the bonus episode.
Yeah. We have quite a few that we're gonna have to dedicate an episode 3 to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're last guy, the
but
icon,
definitely not least,
the legend, Zuko.
Zuko from Avatar.
Y'all know my feelings on Zuko.
I definitely have always really liked Zuko, especially this version of him with his long hair. Peak Zuko.
Peak.
Now, I do, as an adult, I do prefer his adult form. I think the really long hair is so hot.
Yeah, this is all Zuko.
But this is specifically the version of Zuko that the crush originated from. If we are including all Zuko,
yes,
that would place him firmly in the Smash category, right above Ginkgo. Because, man, adult Zuko is just...
Whew, he is...
But, back in the day, teenage Zuko was, of course, hitting... Like, I really liked how he was reformed. Like, I hated him when he wasn't reformed. Like, genuinely hated him when he wasn't reformed.
The ponytail era was dark for Zuko's character.
But after he got reformed, he started to, like, even the Lee era, I liked him then, too.
Yeah.
Because he started to show a lot more of, like, a dorky, awkward side, and that really endeared me to him. He was really trying, and I really liked that. He decided to be Aang's fire teacher, which was mad respect. Like, what he went through as a character was, you know, really respectable. And it was really a case of, like, the odds were honestly stacked against him for being able to be redeemed because of everything that he went through. And it's understandable why he was the way he was. And it wasn't that hard to forgive him once he truly was trying to make amends and better himself. And it just made him so much more endearing than he would have been if he was just a pretty face. Because I'm not into bad boys. So if he had stayed a bad boy, I wouldn't like him.
I would.
And then he got really hot when he grew up.
Yeah.
Fire Lord Zuko fucks.
Zuko is the character who is just so safe all the way through because you have a crush on him as a teen, and then that crush just sticks and stays the whole way because he grows up. You get to see his adult form, and you're just like, damn! He's just as hot as an adult. And then even, personally, I think he's even hot in his granddaddy form.
Yeah, even as an old man, he still got it going on. So yeah, all around, Zuko just, good for you, dude.
So that is your tier list done. Those are all your crushes. Yours are really balanced out.
I'm a balanced boy.
Like, look at the hot tier. It's 2 straight rows of exactly the same amount. That's crazy. And you have the same instance in your top tier as I do of all of your top tiers fully and perfectly filling out the tier. Yep.
And my garbage tier is so much more full.
Your garbage tier is way more full. I think I only have 4 in there. You have a couple more than I do.
Yeah, I have a lot that are considered garbage.
Yeah. But you also agree that they're garbage. Some of mine definitely deserve garbage, but I don't
I'm not in
that
denial.
way. Yeah. I feel they're hot. If they're hot enough to get away with their garbage, then they're not a garbage. They're a smash.
Look, honestly, let's be real. Zim probably deserves to be in garbage.
he probably does, honestly. That's what I'm saying. But you're not going to put him down there.
No. I put him where I put him, and I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not going to get peer pressured.
Well, I'm absolutely not surprised that Toki is as high as he is, top 3.
Mhm.
I am a little surprised that Link made it to number 2. I didn't know he ran that deep. I honestly
like Link a lot.
expected Asterion to be top 3, maybe Inuyasha, but Hiccup is the real surprise for me. I did not expect him at all.
Yeah, Hiccup has a very, very strong history for me.
That's crazy.
He has solidified his place in my mind. I was obsessed with him at one point. Like, it was bad.
Oh boy, I wasn't around for that.
Yeah, that's mine. Judge me all you like. I don't care.
We can't even end yours the same way we did mine, because you can't say, if you want to get with Henyokai, be Hiccup. It's too late. It already happened. He already did.
It's too late. It's too late. Somebody already took that slot. Too bad, so sad. It's fine. You don't want to date me anyway. I'm pretty fucked up.